Steeler Nation, sports fans, welcome to another version of Soul Tape. It is a victory.
It's called coaching.
Sidney Crosby passes Mario Lemieux as the Penguins' all-time points leader.
The Pirates have one of the best pitching staffs. They be balling. I'm fired up. Yeah. What's up, Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh's DSEN listeners, as well as Pittsburgh sports fans? You are at the right place. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN, a special Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We are going today from 6 to 9 p.m. My name is Kevin Cameron. We have a full house in the studio today. We also, going to talk throughout the show about the U.S. Open. Every segment, that's what we'll do. Every segment, we'll make sure we talk about golf, the U.S. Open. So, to my right or on your screen, he's actually to your left. He's the man, Keith Platt. What's up, Keith?
What's going on, Kev?
Hey, ready to get things kicked off?
Yeah, ready to cook.
Yeah, ready to cook.
Hibachi.
Yeah. And also in the studio as well, he's the man, Mr. Ken Craig. What's up, Ken?
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
It's a wonderful Tuesday, Kev.
It's a wonderful Tuesday.
Glad to be back on Soul Take.
Excellent. All right. And next to you, we have JT, James Taylor. What's up, JT?
What's going on, Kev and fellas? What's happening tonight?
What's going on?
All right.
Ready to get this party started, man. And for those out there, and I'm not sure, it sounds like I'm getting an echo. Are you all getting an echo?
No, I'm not.
I'm
not sure. Maybe it's just on my side. Yeah, so if I could be turned up just a little bit with my volume, maybe that'll help a little bit. All right, unless I have the left on the right and the right on the left. All right, so what we'll do, I got the message here as well. What we'll do, I'm going to step away for 1 minute. And JT, if you could go ahead and give everybody on the YouTube.
Hey, we supposed to talk about Sean Payton's new deal. I had some stuff I wanted to say. He took that off.
What made Brian
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip-hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions: weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
All right, we are back. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We just dealt with some technical difficulties, and we apologize about the technical difficulties, but this is live radio, and things happen from time to time. So hopefully we are good to go now. Ken, I know you were talking about the Stanley Cup.
I was.
Carolina and former Penguin Jordan Stahl winning the Conn Smythe Trophy.
Yes, he did.
I'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah, Stahl led all players, 6 goals in the final or in the finals, scoring each of the first 5 games. He's at 37. Jordan Stahl becomes the oldest Conn Smythe winner in NHL history. But here's the Pittsburgh connection.
What is it?
17 years after winning his first Stanley Cup as a Pittsburgh Penguin in 2009, Stahl got to hoist
how many years again?
17 years ago.
17.
Yep. And so, and listen to this run. Okay. This run of draft picks by the Pittsburgh Penguins was absolutely epic. 2004, 2nd overall, Evgeny Malkin. 2005, 1st overall, Sidney Crosby. 2006, 2nd overall, Jordan Stahl. All 3 have a Conn Smythe Trophy in their trophy case at home.
Excellent.
So,
excellent. And
well done.
And he played with the Penguins for how long?
Oh, goodness. Number of years, actually. He won a Stanley Cup with them. And then after it was basically because of the cap, they couldn't pay all of them. So Stahl actually was one of the ones who asked if he could be traded. And so they decided to keep Evgeny Malkin instead of Jordan Stahl. And that's where we're at. But Jordan Stahl, incredible human being, incredible person, has always been just a good human. Went down to Carolina, has been with them since, and now just happy he got to win the cup. And you're
making me curious now with these 17 years. what athlete that played a major sport went the longest between championships? Off the top of your head, who would you say? Was it Tiger?
It could be Tiger.
John Elway?
What was it?
That's just right off the top of my head, John Elway.
I wouldn't say John Elway.
Thinking of his struggles leading up to it when he finally did get the rings.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good call. I can look it up and we can talk about it later.
Up, man.
But he spent Jordan Stahl spent.
You said between championships?
Between championships.
So he won one and then he waited and won another one.
Yeah, 17 years. Shoot, you could have a child.
He might got that streak. He might got that, bro.
You could have a child and have the child graduate from high school by the time you win another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He spent 6 years, to answer your question. 6 years with the Penguins. I didn't know if it was 5 or 6. So but 6 years.
Okay, so. I want guesses though, real quick.
Yeah.
On who went the longest?
I was gonna say something about Jordan Stahl. I'll wait.
I'm gonna say Robert Parrish.
You're going to say Robert Parrish? Okay.
Oh, Bulls and Celtics.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ken?
I'm going to say Tiger.
You're going to say Tiger.
I had to. That was a good.
You stole mine?
I stole yours.
Keith?
Damn, this is tough. I said John Elway. I can't really think of nobody right off top. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm probably wrong, but that's the first guy I thought of.
You said John Elway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so me and Ken, we're sticking with Tiger. Now, think about it from a boxing standpoint. It could be some boxers out there.
George Foreman,
Yeah.
It's
a good one with that resume, George Foreman.
Right.
Yeah.
You look it up, Ken?
B-Hop.
Okay.
Maybe Larry Holmes.
B-Hop.
Who is it?
I'm going
what athlete from a major sport?
This person holds the record for the longest gap between championships in major North American professional sports.
Okay.
17 years between his first and second Stanley Cup.
Wow.
Jordan Stahl.
There we go.
Wow.
There we go.
Hey, Ken, I wanted to touch up real quick. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, that was great. I wanted to touch up on something, though.
Question, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just really quick, let me go through these other ones.
Okay.
Biz Mackey, long considered to have the longest gap in American sports history, having won the Negro League World Series in 1925 and 1946. So there's a 21-year gap there.
Okay.
Sam Cassell of the NBA holds the notable NBA gap. Cassell.
Sam Cassell. Sam I am.
13 seasons between his championships.
I forgot about him.
And then Chris Chelios of the NHL previously held 16-year gap between his cups.
Yeah, he was a dog. Yes, he was a dog.
I mean, that's hard to do, man.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's a blessing too, man. That's a major blessing.
Yeah.
Hey, before we move on, I wanted to touch on Jordan Stahl real quick with the hockey expert, my man Ken Craig. So, Ken, did you know, and you probably already know this, but I just want to throw this at you. So Jordan Stahl, did you know when he got to Carolina, it took the Joker 6 years to get to the playoffs, bro?
Oh, yeah.
And also for the playoffs, he won 56% of his faceoffs in the playoffs. And in the Stanley Cup, he was even more dominant. He won 69% of his faceoffs. And he's still considered like one of the most dominant defensive centers in hockey. Am I correct?
Absolutely. His faceoff win percentage is absolutely ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah.
And on top of that, him in front of the net, no one better.
Yeah.
Hands down, nobody better. And he showcased that throughout this playoffs.
He's an old, wily veteran, boy. Kudos to him, man. I like his game a lot. Number
2 for Carolina? Stanley Cups now?
Yeah, number 2.
That's pretty good. And how many years have they been around?
They've been around.
It hasn't been that long.
No, it hasn't. I was going to say 20 years. But let me confirm that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's great on them. They came. Oh my goodness. No, that's not right. Oh, okay. So they came in originally founded as the New England Whalers, right? So they're the Hartford Whalers.
Okay,
wow, that's dope.
Yeah. So, but then 1997 is when they became the Carolina
97.
Hurricanes.
So 29 years.
Yep.
2 in 29. Okay. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
All right, let's talk Pittsburgh Penguins with what is going on with our Pittsburgh Penguins. Big offseason. We already talked about the available money, from a salary cap standpoint. This is really the time to do what you got to do. You have some players added to the roster, possibly some young players.
Yeah, we had a few moves already.
Okay, talk about
just
those
a few slight moves. But first, I want to take a step back, right? So as we go through this offseason, I want to make everyone just mindful of what happened. Yes, the Penguins had a fantastic season, but the baby Penguins, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton baby Penguins,
had a good season.
Good season.
Yeah.
Yes, but the baby Penguins had a heck of a year.
Okay.
So they finished the season with 46 wins, a .701 point percentage. Their fourth best record in franchise history for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. This is their AHL team. This is where some of their prospects go to play.
Right.
So they were in the Calder Cup playoffs, reaching the conference final for the first time in 12 years. Fortunately, they did lose to the Toronto Marlies in they went down in a 4-2 series, but some of their players, Avery Hayes, Tristan Braz, Ville Koivunen, just played out of their mind. These are players that we should see.
I was about to ask you that
next year. And players like Avery Hayes came up, had a magical NHL debut, 2 goals in his first game as an NHL player. But most importantly, okay, Sergei Marashov, right? He is. You're going to hear his name a lot in the future in Pittsburgh. Okay. No doubt will be an NHLer next season.
What position?
Goalie.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt will be an NHLer. He had a 2.2 goals against average and a 919 save percentage throughout the playoffs. And through the regular season, had a 2.5 goals against average with the 897 save percentage. So, but here's the thing, right? We have the younger guys, the Harrison Brunickes, the Bill Zonins, who went back and played for their their junior team. Harrison Brunicke went to the WHL to play for Kamloops. They came back to Wilkes-Barre Scranton to help throughout the playoffs as well. These are players that are gonna need a really big camp, right? So their training camp next year. They're going to need a big camp and then be eased into that lineup, just like we saw Ben Kindle do this year. But we should see a lot of these names up into the NHL program next year. But as a reminder to all of that, at the year-end press conference, Kyle Dubas said he is looking to bridge the gap between younger guys and guys like Gino.
Given that, Brian Russ and Ricard Raquel.
Yeah.
Will they be on this team?
I think Brian Rust will be on this team. I do. I know that there's word out there, from someone I'm close to who mentioned that they could be, on the move. I think it's more of for the right price, potentially, right? Because
they got to keep him.
Kyle Dubas is very, very much about just making this team better. He's targeting an archetype of player that is, that 26, 27 years old, strong pedigree, right? And someone who can come in and make the Penguins better. So for the right price, I think everyone's on the table except a select few of names.
Okay, got you.
Yep.
All right, so let's switch gears.
Just really quick, one last thing. 2026 NHL Draft is coming June 26th and 27th. The Toronto Maple Leafs had the first overall pick and expected to select Gavin McKenna, who we went up. Pittsburgh's DSEN was there at Penn State and had a chance to go watch Gavin McKenna. The Penguins hold the 22nd overall draft pick. So
there's, draft week. It's next week, I guess. We have the NBA draft
and NHL
next week, the 23rd, 24th, I believe. And now we have the NHL, the 26th, 27th, you said, Ken?
Absolutely.
And then maybe the NFL Supplemental Draft.
Yeah, one more thing before we switch gears, Kev.
Right, hurry up.
Hey, so who's his comp? That number 1 pick guy from Penn State you just said, McKenna, however you said his name. I'm sorry,
Gavin McKenna.
Yeah, who does he compare to? Man, in your opinion?
That, in my opinion, man, that is a really, really good.
So I could just know what to watch for when I watch him play.
Let me think about that question real quick.
Okay.
Give me a minute. I mean, if you had someone to throw up, in terms of comp, he's a different type of player. He's not like a Sidney Crosby type of player. He's a very different type of player. So I'm gonna have to think about that comp. No. No.
All right, so
I'll think about that and get
on.
back to you because I want to give you a good name because he's a heck of a player.
Again, it's majors week, fellas, in men professional golf, the PGA. Okay, but we're talking major, so we're talking June is U.S. Open time. U.S. Open time, and of course, where was trivia question for you, Keith? Where was the U.S. Open last year?
Oakmont, PA.
Pittsburgh,
I'm
Pennsylvania.
A true Pittsburgher, man. I don't miss
go.
a beat, bro.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Sports engine always on point.
This year is the 126th U.S. Open Championship that will be played at Shinnecock Hills Golf Club in Southampton, New York. Okay, from June 18th through 21st. So this week. Practice rounds are going on from the 15th through the 17th, and there's 156 players in the field. That's a lot of players, fellas.
Yes, it is.
A lot of players.
A lot of people trying to get that money.
Let me see. Previous U.S. Open champions at Shinnecock Hills. I'll just go over since I'll throw in the one centuries ago, over a century ago, I guess, 1896, James Fullis, if I said his name right, and then 1986. So there was a huge gap there. I guess probably about 90 years. Raymond Floyd won it in 1986, 1995, Corey Pavin, 2004, Retief Goosen, 2018, Brooks Koepka, who's also in the field this week as well. So the storylines going into this U.S. Open, Scotty Scheffler, who still is the world's #1 player, and he's actually going for his career Grand Slam if he's able to win this particular tournament. Rory McIlroy is also one of the favorites in the field. Lewis Oberg, Tommy Fleetwood, okay? And I think those three are playing together, but if Ken, JT, if one of you could look up the tee times, I'm not sure if they have
I just had them.
tee time set.
They play early, too. That's like 7.
If we could talk about some of the major pairings for the opening round on Thursday. This is a par 70 course, fellas, par 70 with a length of approximately 7,440 yards.
Wow,
now,
that's a lot of land.
Yeah, it is. And the course is known for its fast greens, deep bunkers, thick fescue. The U.S. Open, that's what they're known for. Yep. You got to have that rough, thick.
Right here, according Brooks Koepka.
And ever-changing winds. Go ahead.
So some of the early notable tee times, Brooks Koepka, Cameron Young, Chris Gotterup, a 7:30 tee time. Roy McIlroy, Ludwig Oberg, Tommy Fleetwood, 7:52 a.m.
Okay. Scotty
Scheffler, Mason Howe, and J.J. Spawn, 8:14 a.m. And Mason Howe is an amateur. Aaron Rye, Colin Morikawa, and Jason Day at 1:14 p.m. DeChambeau, Victor Hovland, and Matt Fitzpatrick. That's a threesome to watch there.
Let me ask y'all something, because I'm still learning golf. Like, I pretty much know a lot of sports, but golf is like one of my weaknesses.
Okay.
So when you guys say tee time, is that like practice time? Is that
that's when they actually tee off for their first round.
Yeah. And you know what, Keith?
Okay,
and you know what, Keith?
I get it.
And you know what? When you have a tee time, you better not be late.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what happens? You get docked, you get fined?
You get a 2-stroke penalty.
Well, depending on how long you take, because when Scotty Scheffler last year, when he got in trouble and got arrested, he was flirting with not making his tee time, if you remember. So
you're right.
But
you're right. But someone missed it this year in the PGA Championship. and I forget the person's name.
That's just irresponsible.
So, well, he
all that money on the line.
You're right.
You don't see it often, though. I mean, they're usually
have
there.
a good,
He
super
blamed,
good excuse.
He blamed it on his caddy. Okay.
Yeah, I know. What the caddy
and he
is.
fired his caddy.
Wow.
Okay.
I would too.
Missing the tee time is almost like the Minnesota Vikings not making their
draft
selection
But you know
in
what?
a lot of time.
There's drama, it seems like, fellas, with the most recent majors for whatever reasons. If you got someone slamming their club on the ground, like knucklehead, what's his name?
Garcia.
Oh, well, he's a knucklehead from way back.
Exactly. Slamming his club on the ground during the PGA
Maybe he's just
Championship.
passionate, though.
Or if it's
Do you remember what
the locker room
Wyndham Clark.
at Oakmont.
Yeah. Do you remember what controversy was that happened at the last time they played at Shinnecock Hills?
No, I don't.
Do you remember?
Is that the one with is it Patrick Reed?
No.
Or somebody not calling a penalty on theirs?
We're going to talk about this person a little bit later in the episode.
I think I know where you're going.
But Phil Mickelson missed a hole with his putt, ran and hit it before it went over the hill.
I was just talking to my cousin Bobby about that a couple of days ago when the news broke with what he's going through now, Phil Mickelson, and how much he's able to get away with is just amazing.
Yep.
It's just amazing. I mean, talking about the integrity of the game. He's been rubbing me
pass, huh?
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of passes, and
Well, I think his passes have ran out
for the most part.
Yeah,
but you know what? He's the type of guy that did exactly what he did when he went to live. He took the money and ran, and that's what he cares about. You know, where can I get the next big payday? I'm going to grab that payday and run.
Well, when you spend so many years in the shadows of Mr. Tiger Woods and you make it evident every time you open up your mouth to get interviewed, you know, and when people ask you about it, it has to just make your blood boil. And him, it just was evident every time he opened up his mouth. So, you know, and he's always been a hypocrite to me, you know, and his latest whatchamacallit, run-in with the goat.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We have it queued up actually for the next segment. Phil Mickelson will not be at this year's U.S. Open because he's in some trouble. And he's dealing with some other issues as well. So we'll talk about that the next segment. So we're coming up on our first official break. And when we come back, we will talk about our Pittsburgh Steelers. They made some roster moves over the last few days that we need to talk about. And also, tick, 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 tick. 6 weeks. 6 weeks away from Latrobe.
Oh, yeah.
So what we'll do here on Pittsburgh's DSEN, we'll select a position group, and we'll break that position group down to get everybody ready for training camp, to let you know, is that position strong? Is it weak? Or is it marginal? Okay. So if it's marginal or weak, that says that the Steelers should be adding to that position group. If it's strong, okay, well,
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
The Steelers should be fine going into training camp and the season. So that's what we'll do. And yeah, so those are the main Mike McCarthy as well. Okay, he's been on the job since, was it February? So maybe 3-4 months. I'll just say 4 months for right now. 4 months, and no games were played yet. However, how do you all? Well, has he surprised you with anything? Is what I want to know. Okay. So far, it could be a coaching move. It could be somebody he let go. I don't know. It could be maybe he showed up at a local flag football game or something. I don't know. But we'll talk about it all when we return.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with the Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip-hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions: weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
All right. We are back. This is a special version of Soul Take here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We are normally here from 6 to 8 p.m., but it's a special week, so we extended it by an hour. It's a special week because we want to talk about more golf. And it's a majors week, and it's the U.S. Open, the men's U.S. Open, okay? And I think I said this is a 156 player field. Ooh. So whoever wins this tournament, we know, fellas, that he was on his game. Because when you go up against 156 of the best, that's saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, that's saying a whole lot.
I got a question for you about that.
Okay.
So I know the dudes get paid. So where's the cutoff point? Like, do the top 20 finishers get paid? Is it the top 10? How do that work? Because I see, when I watch the stand, I see the money batter names, and I'm just curious to wonder, how does that work?
Everybody gets paid that makes the cut.
Okay, you got to make the cut to get the bag. All 156 participants,
See,
they're not getting no money though, right?
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's not nearly like what they make at the top, but
all the participants though, they're not getting paid though, right? Correct.
But so on a normal, if you're sponsored, then yeah.
Okay.
But if on a normal weekend, right? So Thursday, Friday, everyone's playing, and then they have the cut day, which is then they cut down. What is it, 60 or 70?
Yeah, it's either
every tournament is different.
Yeah, every
10 stroke. There's a 10 stroke, depending on how many people are within that 10 strokes, or there's so many, people that. But see, the U.S. Open's different,
right?
Because a lot of people, come day 2, a lot of people are over par.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when I say over par, a lot of times on day 2, and I'm talking about the U.S. Open.
Yeah, right.
So a lot of times on day 2, you might have 7 under leading, 8 under, whatever. I've seen it to where 4 over was leading.
Okay,
but
here's the deal. Only
cut day, they'll cut down to like the top 65 players, and those 65 will play Saturday, Sunday,
and they'll be the guys that get paid, right?
So every tournament is different.
Yeah.
So that's why, you really have to look at the tournament. Now, the U.S. Open is not 65; it's 60. Mm-hmm. 60, the top 60 players advance.
The Masters is 50,
and there's no 10-stroke rule.
Right.
Okay, so that's why I said depending on what tournament you're in.
Hey, I appreciate y'all teaching me a little bit.
But you got to remember,
the
the majors are not a PGA sanctioned event either. The majors, the top 4 majors, the 4 majors, the U.S. Open, Augusta, the Masters, the Players Championship, and the Open, which is in England or Europe. Those are not PGA events. That's why you see the live players being allowed to play in them.
Right. So anything else outside of the majors would be a PGA event, and they have like more standardized rules across those events. Now, the majors are the big events.
Now I'm getting a little bit of conflicting information on the payout. So it
varies.
This Google and AI stuff, you have to validate the sources, right?
It varies.
But they're saying that everybody receives a $10,000 payout.
Wow.
Okay. If you make the cut.
If you make the cut.
That's if you make the cut.
Wow.
And then it says if you make the cut, but you don't play all 4 rounds, you get $10,000. But if you make the cut, you should play all 4 rounds. So that's where the conflict comes in. But it does appear that if you make the cut, you'll get something.
Right.
Well,
but
there's
cool.
There's those people that are at tied for 65, and they're like, all right, I'm going home after day 3 or something. Like, I don't have a shot. They may say you have to finish in order to get that $10,000.
They withdraw.
I would be so mad.
I would think.
I would be so mad,
I would
and
think.
I'll make the cut. That's crazy.
But
just be ready, though.
If I could have the volume on my headset turned up a little bit as well, I would appreciate it.
The PGA of America, right? So if they have a $20 million pot, they call it their purse, right?
Yeah.
So that the winner's share would be like $3.7 million.
That's a lot of money.
Second would be like 1.8. Third would be like 800,000.
Yeah,
so
I get it. Wow.
So there's a total purse for it.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on to our Pittsburgh Steelers. As I indicated, some moves were made over the last couple days. We are 6 weeks away from training camp in Latrobe, PA, or is it Latrobe?
Latrobe.
A lot of people say Latrobe. I say Latrobe too. What about you, JT?
Latrobe.
Okay. All right. So 3-1. We got you. All right. So some of the moves that were just made yesterday: signed wide receiver Levi Wentz.
He's a local kid.
An undrafted rookie who most recently was with Seattle. Local kid from where?
He's out of Pine Richland.
Pine Richland?
Yeah.
Okay. Also released linebacker Dalen Cornell and released punter Aiden Laros.
That was a quick cup of coffee for
them dudes wasn't going to make the squad anyway, man. They would have been practice dummies. No disrespect.
Well, and that's okay, right? Like the punter.
They got money, but
they signed another punter too, right?
That was who we just let go. We signed him off Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay waived him. We signed him really quick. They're going to have 2 punters during the
During training camp. Yeah, you need them bodies.
Got to.
Yep.
Now, last week, signed wide receiver Jaquan Davis. Signed defensive back Daryl Porter, who previously spent time.
Yeah,
he balled out last year during training camp.
It was a numbers game with him.
Yeah,
he's all right.
And released long snapper Cal Adomentis. I think he played for Pitt.
Yeah, out of Pitt. Yeah.
And released offensive lineman Aiden Williams. Okay.
And today we actually made a signing for linebacker Jacoby Windman, who this is his 3rd stint with the team. Played inside linebacker and edge. Probably sees more time off-ball linebacker. To round out the depth chart.
We worked out a UFL dude recently too. I can't think of his name.
Be honest, fellas. Some of these guys are just camp bodies.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Would you be a camp body if you had the opportunity?
I mean, I love football, so it really wouldn't matter to me because I would have a backup plan.
I would be a camp body even if I didn't love football.
Yeah. Would you be a camp body and you know you're a camp body?
Yeah, why not?
All right, and just to explain to everybody out there what a camp body is.
You might become the highest paid camp body.
Hey, it be scouts there too, though. UFL, CFL scouts, so your career is not over. You can't
and you got to remember, though. You got to hold up.
Let me
and then you got to remember
everybody what a camp body is before we continue, because some people out there might not
It's
know.
like a practice dummy.
Exactly. Much. A camp body is basically you have like a 0.05% chance of making the team, so less than 1%. But they need bodies out there to help run drills. And you're a camp body. And once camp is done, you're done.
Yeah, unless you stand out. We got some.
But you never know. You could get that $11,000 a week with a practice squad. Somebody might pick you up for their practice squad.
That's what I'm saying. And then, like I was saying prior to us talking about it, you got UFL scouts, CFL scouts, Arena League scouts. So it's not over. So you just guys, if you're listening, don't give up. Keep balling, man. It's all type of things for y'all.
If it's your dream, you definitely. I mean, if you got a 0.005% chance,
but the thing
you better
is,
go.
But between those stints that you get, you better work your tail off to get to the next stint.
Right, because everybody's watching.
Everybody's watching. They're filming practices, et cetera, et cetera. And you had the dude that used to stand outside Kansas City Stadium, like with the sign,
I saw that.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw that.
But it worked to his favor because guess what? He became a story.
Yeah, but Cleveland Browns guy did that a couple years ago. He ended up making the team as a wide receiver. I can't think of his name right off top.
Surprises, Mike McCarthy.
My surprise is
so far.
Honestly, I think I think the structure and the coaching staff. Those are the 2 things that I've been surprised about.
What do you mean structure?
It feels like there is a more feedback loop within the players, and that's the limited amount of information that I get to see, right? And it feels like there's like they released some video on the feedback where they're watching back practice, right, and talking about how Mike McCarthy was talking about how they need to be faster in these areas. This is why they're doing these drills in practice, things like that. I think that the meaning behind what they're doing in practice and why it's important, I feel like there's a good feedback there. And the coaching staff, when I say that, I'm just saying the size of the coaching staff. Okay. That is significantly different this year.
JT?
After what he's dealt with and with the teams he's been with, I'm surprised he's not being more aggressive addressing the wide receiver position, because the wide receivers that we have now, if one of them goes down, you have a problem, okay? And I'm sure, and there's still a couple free agents out there that need to be addressed because, like I said, look at Dallas. I mean, he had some, arguably the fastest wide receiver at Dallas in the NFL. You had what's his name? CeeDee Lamb.
Pickens.
He didn't play. He didn't have Pickens.
Okay.
That was.
He had. Who did he have? Amari Cooper and them boys.
Yeah, but I'm saying, they had depth at wide receiver.
They did.
When he was at Green Bay, he had depth.
Bad wide receivers.
Right now, I'm just surprised he's not addressing it as much. And who's somebody? He was just the NFL or the UFL Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year.
Jake Plummer?
No,
Jack Plummer?
the wide receiver, that Pittsburgh.
Oh, Hakeem Butler. Yeah, we had him before.
Twice.
Yeah.
So what my thing is, what is this guy doing so right in the UFL that he can't scratch the surface of an NFL team? I'm like, what's going on with this?
Well, it's a whole different league.
I understand it's a whole different league, but I'm saying if you're standing out that much out of the whole offensive league, something ain't right.
Yeah, he give me Plaxico Burrow's vibes, like 6'5". He's a big dude. He's pretty fast, and I'm just wondering, like, how come more teams aren't trying to get this guy?
Exactly.
Yeah,
because again, you could dominate at one level and not dominate at the next level.
NFL.
It's just like in college, you have Heisman Trophy winners who never pan out in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I understand that, but I'm saying, but all the third and fourth string receivers that are on 32 NFL teams, he has to be better. If he's as good as he is, I don't care what you say, if he's as good as he is in the UFL, because a number of players have come over from the UFL.
Yeah, football's football, but
you know what I'm saying? I'm wondering if he doesn't practice hard. I don't know. Something's like if he's not getting
it could be the systems as well.
Right.
Maybe the systems are more complicated in the NFL and he can't grasp it the way in the UFL.
Well, he played for A.J. McCarron's this year, man. I'm pretty sure he taught him a lot of NFL concepts. You know, A.J. McCarron's a former quarterback.
We know something.
You know?
And he's not cutting the mustard.
Yeah.
At the NFL level.
You were talking about Dallas's depth at wide receiver when Mike McCarthy was there. His wide receiver room was Jalen Tolbert, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Brooks, and Cavante Turpin.
Yeah, he had Michael Gallup too for like a year till he got hurt.
I don't think that's
not deep at all.
I don't think that's deep.
That's not deep.
And who else? There was the other one that was hurt for a while ttill they came back. But anyway,
he had Michael Gallup before that. But that's not deep.
No,
I feel like he had Noah Brown for a hot minute.
To be honest with you, with the Steelers, I mean, it's a pretty solid group if you ask me. And they brought in three primary guys, right? Yeah. DK Metcalf was there, so Michael Pittman Jr., Jeremy Bernard.
Right. He's we don't even know what I'm saying, but he's
solid. He's solid.
He's solid.
He's solid.
So, but what I said before, so was your boy from Texas.
Hakeem Butler?
No.
Roman Wilson.
Or second round pick. No. What was he turned out to be the biggest bust in
Lyman Sweet.
Yeah, but I'm saying until these guys hit the field against the professional talent, until they take that first hit.
Well, JT, it won't be any fun if you don't make projections, bro.
But I'm saying,
that's what the show's all about. And I
understand that, Kev. But what I'm saying though is, we don't know if he's going to be a star.
Of course we don't know. I'm just giving you...
I'm talking about I'm talking about depth. Let me ask you this. If Michael Pittman goes down in training camp, you know, where do you turn to?
I feel better than last year.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. I feel a little bit better than last year.
I think this is a solid group.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Keith. Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy, the thing that I liked about him so far, he values versatility.
Yes, he does.
He wanted his receivers to play interchangeable, the D-back to be interchangeable, the D-line to be interchangeable. Not saying Tomlin didn't do that.
Line to be interchangeable.
Right. And I like that. I didn't think the Tomlin camp, I didn't think they emphasized that enough. I thought they did it, but not enough. So I think this is going to pay off for Mike McCarthy, man. You know, the jury's still out on him. I'm gonna wait till the season start. You know, no Super Bowls are won in June and July, but we'll see, man.
I think Tomlin had I think he had too many injuries to do all that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He had way too many injuries.
Well, I think, Keith, to your point, I think Tomlin did it, but maybe not to this extent.
Yeah, right.
Because if you all think about it, I mean, even just last year with what he did with Jalen Ramsey, right? He moved Jalen Ramsey from cornerback to safety,
blitzing nickel back.
But guess what? They learned that.
Same thing with Broderick Jones, right? Broderick Jones was playing on the right, moved over to the left. So there's a lot of situations where that occurred, but maybe but not to this degree.
But you know what? A lot of teams learned from the Steelers' mistake when that happened with Rod Woodson. Think about it. When he went to the Ravens. And the 49ers,
He sailed.
they
Raiders
moved him
first.
back.
The Raiders.
Right.
But I'm saying they moved him back. And then that was the Steelers' biggest mistake with, like I said, with Rod Woodson, is making him versatile. They had him win at one position. And then somebody else said,
here's the deal, too. Good point, JT.
That ACL
good
injury,
point.
too.
Good point. I ran into Rod Woodson during the draft, maybe a day before the draft.
Wow.
Over at a party. And we talked a little bit. We talked about the Steelers letting him go. And I could tell he was still a little bit salty.
Oh, yeah.
He was still a little salty about it. And he told me and the fellas I was with, he was like, look, the Steelers had an opportunity to take me. I was going to take less money. Wow. They caught me at the last minute asking me, take it or leave it. And he was like, come on, man. The draft is about to start. You're telling me now, take it or leave it? He was like, forget it. I'm out. And that's the story that he told us. But, yeah, the Steelers made a mistake there.
And the Ravens capitalized, the 49ers,
the Raiders.
But I'm saying every team he went with, where was he at?
Yeah.
Baltimore
he had a lot of ball left.
Yeah.
All right, so my surprise with Mike McCarthy, and we'll see how this goes moving forward, is his hands-off approach so far with the defense, which could be scary, okay? I've seen him, and Ken, I'm not sure what you saw when you were over there, but he doesn't get involved too much at all with the defense. Now, there's good reason for that as well that you can say, because the Steelers have a quarterback problem outside of this year anyway. So he wants to see what he could get out of the young quarterbacks, Drew Aller and Will Howard.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's been so focused in on that quarterback position, the defense, he's been hands off. So like I said, we'll see how that goes moving forward. All right. So as I indicated before, 6 weeks until training camp, and we need to talk about the running back position. I'm going to start with JT because, JT, I know you said that you had some reservations about the wide receiver group from a depth standpoint. How do you feel about the running back group?
Well, I'll tell you what. I do like the running back group. Myself, I would have did whatever I could have done to keep Kenneth Gainwell, and I would have said, I'm sorry, see you, what's his name, your boy, Johnson.
Caleb
Johnson.
Yeah, you would have gave up on him?
I would have gave up on him.
That quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, look, Kenneth Gainwell is a baller every single game. He brings it. And
the problem is he didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
Gainwell did.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And I understand. And that was the biggest problem with signing him for 1 year. Okay? Because, I mean, he did his thing in Philadelphia, got a Super Bowl.
Yep.
He came here, but who said he didn't want to be here with a new coach, though?
He did.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do know that. He basically voiced it that he wanted to go. I think he's at Tampa, right?
Yeah.
He wanted, and let me make an analogy too.
Okay.
Paul Skeens, that we're going to talk about later, is out. The first chance he get. So when a player has it set in their mind that they're out, they're out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because we understand there's no franchise tag and all that in baseball. If he's gone, he's gone.
They could have. I mean, Caleb Johnson has nothing to do with that situation. They could have easily brought him back and kept or cut Caleb. That he has nothing to do with that situation. It's not like they're re-upping Caleb. He's on a rookie deal.
Good point.
But the thing, what I'm saying though is, I want to win now. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they're trying to do.
Okay, right. They're trying to do that now. I mean, it's evident by trying to keep him working with Aaron Rodgers. Okay, but I'm saying you got Rico Dowdle. If you look at his numbers when he was at Carolina, a lot of times when he got the ball, they won the game. When he was getting the ball 15 plus times, they were winning. Mm-hmm. They beat the Rams. I mean, you go back and look. They beat the Rams, the Cowboys, The Jets, I mean, who had pretty good defenses, but my thing is the running back, and you got Jalen Warren, Rico Dowdle, so you might be dealing with the same kind of problem you had with Kenneth Gainwell. I hope so. I think Rico Dowdle's more of a pure runner than Kenneth Gainwell.
Okay.
But like I said, Caleb Johnson,
jury's still out of map.
Well, I mean,
he's on. I mean, he's outside looking in right now.
Right, I agree.
He's got to make a big push this year to even make the team.
We got a fresh start with Mike McCarthy, so we're gonna see.
Well,
man, I still got faith in him.
He doesn't. He's got to play special teams if he wants to do anything. Because Travis Homer's behind him, who plays special teams.
Right. Then you got Eli Hatton. Right. He's like a Danny Woodhead clone, so he'll be playing running back.
He went back. He said Danny Wood. Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, Caleb Johnson's outside looking in. Honestly, we could move him for a late round pick or something, but
I hope he just worked his tail off enough that he said, okay, you know what? I better stop playing around with my career and my future.
Yeah, I think something's
because he's going to wind up in the UFL.
I don't think he's playing around with it.
I don't think he's working hard enough.
I think people just judging him off that one blunder in Seattle. I think people got to let it go.
Yeah, I mean, in practice.
Anything else?
When you see Caleb Johnson in practice, he's the first one up. He's the first one grinding. I will speak to that. I mean, like, he looks good in practice.
I agree.
Yeah, he looks really good in practice, but if he can't get on the field, that's a totally different story. So.
Yeah, there's practice players and there's game players and there's game players that are practice players too. So you don't want to be a practice player and not a game player.
Right. And you got to remember too, there's going to be a number of guys that don't make other teams. So there'll be running backs and wide receivers out there as well. So
yeah,
Keith, you said you had something.
Yeah, I like the running back room. I think this Rico Dowdle pick.
I do too.
I think a lot of people sleep in this guy. I think him and the combination of him and Jalen Warren, I think it's going to shock a lot of people. And I got a fun fact about Rico Dowdle for Steeler Nation.
Go ahead.
So since 2024, 2025, did you know Rico Dowdle has 5 games with 130 plus rushing yards, which ranks third, only behind Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley.
Wow.
This dude's a certified bruiser.
He did it 2 weeks in a row last year.
On his name, man.
That's good company, man. That's good company.
I'm trying to tell you, the dude's a bruiser.
He did it back-to-back weeks last year.
And one more thing, y'all. He was undrafted, so the hunger is there. The boy's ribs is touching. He's waiting to show some.
And his dad was a coach.
Is it like a
Willie? Dallas?
Is it like a Willie Parker? From undrafted, it wasn't Willie Parker undrafted, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
wow.
There's a certain hunger.
Rico Dowdle he plays physical.
There's a certain hunger that comes with him.
But like I said, where the team lacked that rushing that he did is when Chuba Hubbard came back last year,
right?
And then he lost almost 2/3 of his carries.
Yeah.
And we have him
still
for 2
ran
years.
4,000 though.
And
still ran 4,000.
We have him for 2 years. He signed a 2-year, $12.25 million.
I can't wait to see.
So we all feel good about the running back.
Yeah, I do. I love the running back room.
So
and he stays healthy.
We had a chance, or I had a chance earlier in the year, a couple months ago, to ask Rico Dowdle a question, and let's see and hear that.
Jalen, it's funny you say that. He reached out to me during the season last year and was like, he liked my style of play, my game and stuff, and let's keep putting on for the undrafted guys. So yeah, now we together here, so we get to do it together.
I think a lot of people, when they think Mike McCarthy quarterbacks, because that's how it kind of came up from coaching and Aaron and Dak. But in your experience with him, what does he think about conceptually about the run game, and what does he want out of the running backs?
Well, like I said, to be physical. Getting knocked out and dancing around. And when he came up through the quarterback stuff from the run, he wants you to protect that quarterback. Like I said, be able to protect, and like I said, be able to be north to south and decisive in the run.
Rico, Brian Backer from the Post-Gazette, talking to Pittsburgh. You joined here a little bit ago. He signed him because he wants to win. He wants to win another Super Bowl. He feels like this franchise can do that. I mean, if you feel the same way, what kind of gives you that confidence that this team can take you later here?
If you go look at, I think just for me right now, just looking at the guys, just on paper. I haven't got here and been able to work with the guys or nothing yet, but just looking at the paper, offense and defense, and I think we got some guys. As long as we go out there and play right, play at a high level, and play together as a team with the group of guys we got, it would definitely be the one holding that trophy.
And then just to follow up, you made headlines around the league last year. Maybe this was when Jalen reached out to you, but with your revenge game against the Cowboys and what you did in that one, with the Panthers on the schedule this year, should we already go ahead and circle that one? If they didn't bring you back.
It's definitely circled for sure.
Rico, Kevin Cameron, Pittsburgh's DSEN Radio. How much have they told you as far as your role on this team?
Yeah, I haven't spoken much with them about it at all, about how it's going to play out and things like that. But me, I'm just here. Going to do whatever I can do to help the team win.
Rico, no strap fine on his side. For years, guys will come in here and say, I signed because of Mike Tomlin. If you had a message to the fans to tell them why Mike McCarthy is going to be that next guy, what would it be?
Because, like I said, he's a player's coach, and like I said, he's a great leader. He can lead his team. Obviously, he's from here, Pittsburgh, so I know he loves that. So you got your guy here, hometown guy. I know he's definitely looking forward to it. It wouldn't mean more to him to hold that trophy up here in Pittsburgh. So.
All right, thank you guys so much. We'll have Michael in here in a little.
All right, there you go. That was from March, I believe, when Rico Dowdle was first signed with our Pittsburgh Steelers. And we just reviewed the running backs position. Like I said, we'll do this every week leading up to training camp to make sure everyone knows how the Steelers are positioned for each position group. So one thing I did want to say about the running back groups, Jaylen Warren, hopefully this helps Jaylen Warren as well. He needs to stay healthy. Okay.
Yeah, well, I think he stayed healthy last year, and I follow Jaylen Warren on Instagram. His training is what's the word I'm looking for? It's intense. Like I like his training. I think it's going to pay off. I thought it paid off last year. He nearly had 1,000 yards last season. What did he end up with? About 960? Am I correct? About 5 yards a carry? Somebody can look that up for me.
Yeah, I'll look it up right now.
Jaylen Warren he's a pinball man.
2025, he had actually 958 yards rushing.
What about receiving?
And he missed. Yeah, he missed week 4.
Yeah, he would have got 1,000, man. I was mad he didn't get his 1,000. That looked good on your record, man.
Yeah, he played 16 games, so he did pretty good. But he had some nagging injuries.
He did. Yeah.
Six TDs. And let me see from a passing standpoint, unless you have it, Ken.
I don't know. I'm looking at their stats.
Yeah. Okay. So
pretty good receiver too.
He had 40 catches and two TDs as a receiver.
Yeah, homie, nice.
How many yards?
Warren is nice, man.
Receiving, he had 333 yards.
Yeah, it would have been more.
So combined yards, he had 1,280 roughly.
4 yards to carry. Dude's a monster, man.
But you gotta remember too. Kenneth Gainwell chipped into that time, playing time a lot.
Sure,
some of the food off of the plate, which is not a problem.
I don't think there's too many backs out there. Right. Too many teams with one back.
Yeah, I think Kenneth Gainwell outsnapped him by about 40 snaps over the year. So it was pretty. It was almost even, but Jaylen Warren missed that.
Give you 20 of those snaps, I guarantee you he has 1,000 yards. Might have 1,100 yards.
All right, so what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we will talk more U.S. Open golf. We need to give everybody an update as far as one of the previous premier men golfers, what he's up to, the trouble that he's in. Also, we need to talk about someone in the football world that is dealing with some issues. Okay. And I'll just leave the name for when we get back. And he's talking about being a part of the NFL Supplemental Draft. And we also need to talk about something that's going to get me real depressed.
Oh, man, I think I know where you're going with that one.
And I thought I was over this depression, but it keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. So I need some therapy, fellas. I need some therapy.
I might be with you.
Okay, because these Pittsburgh Pirates, man, they are making me sick.
Told you. Beginning of the year, I told you, stay away.
So we'll talk about all of that and more when we return.
Don't chase that dragon.
We are going to be on the Royal Caribbean cruise line and their new ship, Icon of the Seas, November 7th through the 14th, 2026.
We got excellent dates because the dates that we got are not within their blackout date, which means that whatever current promotion is happening right now with Royal Caribbean, when you pay your deposit, that promotion will be applied. If it's 60% off the second person, there's one that's a drink credit because they run different promotions all the time. This is a large corporation, and we have all balcony rooms and we have ocean view rooms that are reserved just for DSEN listeners. Icon of the Seas, it has elevated adult-focused party and chill areas. It has an infinity pool where you sit in this infinity pool and you see views of the ocean. They have a day vibe where there's a DJ. They are a little bit of party without the chaos. So you're not going to get the hoopla party chaos, but you're still going to be entertained. They have the Aquadome. Those of us who are Pittsburgh born and raised, we remember when the Civic Arena used to open up the dome. Remember that?
Absolutely.
How amazing that! I saw Prince and they opened the dome. Well, they have something called an Aquadome on Icon of the Seas, and basically you sit in this theater type zone and they're doing acrobatics and night activities. You get views of the ocean and the sky and the stars and the moon, and it is just wonderful. They have water park at sea that has 6 water slides to it. And of course,
a floating city.
It is. It really is.
You're talking about a dome that opens.
Which is why they don't say decks. Instead, that what they have are different neighborhoods. Because it is. It's a rolling on the sea city. And we're going to stop at St. Martin in Phillipsburg. We're going to stop at St. Thomas. Those will be full days where we're there. So you can do excursions if you'd like to do excursions. And of course, there's a perfect day at Coco Cay, which is Royal Caribbean's private island. And we're going to have a special reserve section for DSEN listeners. It's going to be a wonderful time. While we're on the cruise, we're going to do some trivia. Of course, we'll have a welcome cocktail as well as a farewell dinner. It is not just limited to the radio listeners. Bring everybody. The deposit is $250 per person.
You can go to Pittsburgh's DSEN's website to find out all the good information about the cruise, Icon of the Seas. I even love the name. No, I love it. I'm a cruise fanatic. I'm ready to go home and start packing. So I'll see you ladies later.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Average White Band.
Hey, somebody has work to do. I know one team here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that has a lot of work to do because they are stinking up the joint. I do not want to hear anything about injuries. I don't want to hear anything about a certain former starting pitcher being pissed off. Okay? It's just bad. Let me hold off right there. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. My name is Kevin Cameron. Keith Platt is in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Ken Craig in the house. JT, James Taylor, in the house. And JT, if they want to hit us up and be a part of these conversations, how can they do that?
You can call in, join the conversation at 412-213-8995. And you can text in at 412-218-3888. And like I said, please do not call the text line.
No. Can't do that. Can't do that. So let me make sure I have my text up for the radio station to make sure we don't miss anything. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's talk about, before we get to those sorry Pittsburgh Pirates, let's talk Phil Mickelson. and the news surrounding Phil Mickelson. Like I said, he used to be a premier player on the PGA Tour. Took his golf balls when they threw that money bag at him off that Brinks truck or some type of truck. He said, yeah, I'm taking that bag and I'm out. And he might have made some other gestures. Maybe he did. It wouldn't surprise me to the PGA. Okay, so now what's going down? Multiple outlets reported that Mickerson's membership at a private Southern California golf club was revoked after allegations of inappropriate physical contact. Now, Mickerson's representative said there was a misunderstanding and it's been resolved. And of course, Mickelson denied wrongdoing. He retained legal counsel, right?
Mickelson burnt down that bridge when he crossed over.
So his attorney said that the evidence contradicts the allegations and noted that there is no active law enforcement investigation related to the matter. Okay. That's one of the reports. Now, to give you a little bit more detail, as far as some of the articles that I read, and I read an article from ESPN. That information that I just shared with you was from Reuters and the LA Times. I read some information yesterday on ESPN that the misconduct was with a female.
Yep.
Okay, a female in the clubhouse. What he did, I'm not sure, but it was basically, and again, I'm trying to say the right things based on what I could recall from the article. Do you have the article up, Ken, by chance? If not, that's okay.
I have one of.
Okay.
But I don't have.
Okay. So it was some. How do they say it? Some unwanted sexual advances.
Oh, and she reported it.
Yeah.
I read the article on it.
Yeah. So that's what this is all about.
He should be married, but that's
and he's married
subject.
with 3 kids.
Oh, see?
And he's supposed to be going through some personal health issues. I'm not sure if it's him, but somebody in his family.
Well, his wife went through cancer. Mm-hmm. She went through a bout with cancer. So, but yeah, it happened. She reported it, and they denied his membership. They basically...
Well, he was accused of it. Okay.
Yep. I do. I think there's 2 things to keep in mind here. So he hasn't golfed since March. Okay. He hasn't appeared or been in any type of event since March, right? And reportedly, this incident happened months ago. But it's now being reported on and being made aware of. So no one has made it public because of the seriousness of the allegation. So, I know he took some time off and has said it is personal. How does that line up with, okay, maybe 2 things are accurate here. Maybe he does have some personal things going on. Maybe that it's also this as well. He doesn't want to show his face right now. But to also, I've also heard he's been banned from a few other courses in the San Diego area. Wow. I also think about it, though. For the club to drive out, pull you off the course, and kick you out of the club.
Right.
Allegations, I understand, but that is a big deal to do.
There has to be some validity to it.
That's
Where there's
my point.
Smoke, there's fire, man.
And I mean, there's got to be something behind it. If they drive out there and say, "Hey, Phil Mickelson, you're banned from here."
But imagine this, fellas.
You hear his response though. Before I forget it.
Okay.
See, you know what his response was?
What was it?
I guess they don't think I have enough money to join another club.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Yeah, the dog ate my homework too.
Wow.
Man. Yeah.
That was his response.
That's horrible. That says a whole lot if you ask me. But think about this, fellas.
Despicable.
I mean, when you're someone that is well accomplished in your field, you're a celebrity. Normally, people that own establishments will be clamoring to have you part of their establishment.
Right. You
So
don't mess that up.
Yeah. So something is wrong when people say no.
Right.
We don't want anything to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we don't know exactly the truth, but we do know something is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. We do know that what we're hearing is someone a bad character. And again, it's based on what we're hearing because we don't know.
And I don't call it the PGA anymore. He's becoming the live example of Antonio Brown.
Really?
Wow.
Yes. I mean, think about it. Like Ken said, he's been banned from not just one number, a number of different places.
Yeah.
And people don't want him there. Before, think about it. He was a big draw.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Once he left, and the way he left for live is when he signed his own death warrant when it comes to, I think, people who follow the PGA and people who follow golf.
But there's people that have done that, right? Like Brooks Koepka.
Yeah, but he didn't leave like Phil did.
But he also didn't leave and then maybe assault a few women.
You
know what I mean?
You're right.
That's a big deal.
You know what? I hate to say this, fellas, but I just thought about this. And maybe I'm wrong, and you all can set me straight if I'm wrong. I know JT will, if anybody. But
I'm kind of humble and subtle today.
You are. It used to be a time where in sports, one professional group you could count on to be professional and upright were golfers. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, you never really heard about too many golfers getting in trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Lately,
my
though,
point.
it's
Now
starting to be an
today,
uptick.
who's the one guy just got out of prison?
Angel Cabrera.
Exactly.
Jose Maria
For
Cabrera,
domestic
whatever.
abuse.
Oh,
right.
man.
You have Tiger's situation. You have Phil's situation. You had, even though I think they were wrong, you had Scotty Scheffler,
Starting to be a black cloud.
who was arrested, I think, unjustly.
Yeah.
But you all get my point. You got people in the clubhouse here in Oakmont tearing up the clubhouse.
Wyndham Clark.
What's going on in the golf world?
And your boy that you just said that we were talking about, Jose. He was the last one to win the U.S. Open at Oakmont.
You're right.
I mean, bottom line, I think some people just become very entitled that they are at a different level than everybody else.
Yeah.
Rules don't apply to them because they got away, or they can get away with whatever they want to do. They got a little bit of money in their pocket.
Right, and it's the club.
You never heard about Arnold Palmer messing it up?
Yeah, right. Jack Nicklaus and them, man. You ain't never Jack Nicklaus. You never heard of that.
Arnold Palmer had a drink made from his name. Am I right?
No, you're right. I still drink it.
Iced tea and lemonade.
There you go.
good.
Give me an Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
And what's so funny too, I actually went to golf at a golf tournament at Quicksilver, and my boy Ralph McCormick, I'm not sure if Ralph is listening
in here.
or not, but we actually played together on Sunday. And after the round, we had a couple drinks. And he actually had not an Arnold Palmer. He asked for what's the reverse? I forgot already.
Palmer Arnold.
No. He asked for who's the golfer
Woods Tiger
that always
John Daly.
John Daly.
Oh man,
that had to be really strong then.
That's a firecracker.
He asked for John Daly. And I said, what is a John Daly?
everything in the same cup.
And he had to school me. He said, "Well, Arnold Palmer is non-alcohol. John Daly, you have alcohol, you have vodka."
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I didn't know
That's
that
not
either.
true.
That's what he asked for it, and he got it.
No, I'm saying, but that's not true. You get Arnold Palmer all day long with alcohol in it.
Okay.
They sell Arnold Palmers in the can.
Okay. Well, that's what he told me. But the point was, we understand it's like night and day, Arnold Palmer and John Daly, and we know what John Daly
brings to the
is known for. He had issues in the past. I'm not sure what he's doing now. But yeah, just getting back to Phil Mickelson, he won't be part of the U.S. Open, and
you know what I think is good for the tournament?
Sounds like he needs to get himself together and be a family man.
I think it's good for the tournament that he's not part of it.
Sounds like.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's good for the tournament. Like,
yes.
For him not to be there?
Yes. Yeah, you don't want no bad black cloud shed over that, man. Him overshadowing the event.
To what? Not make the cut? Where's he been? And if he wants
what
to go,
have you done lately?
Yeah. I mean,
but I'll tell you one person though, even though he went over to live and he's still there, who is a crowd favorite every time he steps on the course, is Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah.
Think about it. They love him.
I really don't care for him, but I understand.
That's what you're picking to win it, Kev?
Not at all.
No, he does. And he has a very large social media following.
Yes.
He does a lot of social media things, and especially within the younger golf community as well.
I agree.
He partners with a lot of the golf influencers out there and plays with them on courses and things like that. So yeah, I think he's good for the sport. He may not be my favorite golfer per se from a fan perspective, but he does a lot of good for the sport.
All right, let's get this in before the break, and we're going to save the Pirates for after the break.
Okay.
Let's talk about this news with Brendan Sorsby. Okay. A little background on Brendan Sorsby. He's been fighting to regain his NCAA eligibility. He's a quarterback, everyone. And he admitted to extensive sports betting violations, including wagers involving his former team while at Alabama. Now, earlier this month, a Texas judge granted a temporary injunction that would have allowed him to play for Texas Tech in 2026, despite the NCAA ruling. We talked about this last week. The NCAA appealed, and the Big 12 filed legal action seeking to enforce its own eligibility rules, creating uncertainty about whether he would actually be allowed to play. With the June 22nd deadline approaching for entry into the NFL Supplemental Draft, Sorsby chose to end the legal fight and pursue the NFL. His lawsuit against the NCAA is being withdrawn. And this is from Reuters. So I just wanted to make sure the source was provided there as well. And the question is, first of all, the NFL, I don't believe, commented on this NFL Supplemental Draft. And to give everybody a background on what the NFL Supplemental Draft is supposed to be all about, this is not a draft that happens every year. It's a draft that happens on a as-need basis. Okay, it's not a set date. Okay, it's based on if there's individuals that could fit into this particular category after the main draft.
Right. The last one was in 2019.
2019.
With Jalen Thompson.
Then was Terrell Pryor before that.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things is normally used, from my understanding, when college players are ruled ineligible for one reason or the other, and it occurred after the NFL draft. Now, in this case, I believe that Sorsby was granted a court order as eligible. So if he's eligible, how will he be able to enter the NFL Supplemental Draft if they choose to have one this year? And if they choose to have one this year, I understand it'll probably be late July. And before anybody out there asks, no, the NFL Supplemental Draft won't be in Pittsburgh.
Isn't it usually like a blind type situation where it's basically like teams are submitting blind?
Yeah, they bid and they're bidding. We'll put in a 5th round pick for him. We'll put in a 3rd round.
Yeah.
We'll put in a 2nd.
Think
but
like
you
a
lose
fan
that pick though for the next draft.
What do you call it? It's kind of like a silent auction.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good way to put it, Kev.
Yeah, where the Browns might say, I'll offer you 2 number ones.
Right.
And Philly might, not Philly, or the Jets might say, I'll give a number 3, and whoever has the best drafts on the table will get the individual.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to go around the table. Yes, no. Should the Steelers put in a bid? Keith.
Okay, I thought about this the other day. If Aaron Rodgers didn't come back, I say yes. Aaron Rodgers is back. I say no.
Ken?
No.
JT?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because you have enough bodies already there that need to try to pan out as opposed to dealing with the off-the-field issues. And if he comes in, next thing you know, it becomes another...
It's a circus.
Circus, exactly.
I'm not going to add a caveat like Keith if Aaron Rodgers wasn't here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's fat quarterbacks. That's why I said that. You fat quarterbacks, like, come on, man.
I don't care if we have one. You run from this guy. If it's me, I am running. It's an absolutely hard no.
Yeah.
Absolutely hard no.
My guy Pete Rose written all over it.
But do people deserve a second chance?
Definitely.
Yes,
they do,
but not with the Steelers.
I mean, there's some good success NFL Supplemental Draft stories, and I'm gonna start with one of the best receivers all time. All he did was catch touchdowns. His name was Chris Carter. So you can definitely make something out of it. But with this case, I don't trust dude.
Well, and you know what? You could actually make a case that this is one of the worst situations in the NFL. That the baggage that he would bring.
Yeah.
Every year, what happens, fellas? Every year before the NFL draft, you have one player or the other that their trade value drops as a result of the baggage that they are bringing into the NFL. This guy, and we talked about somebody else where he's not just bringing baggage, he's bringing a whole U-Haul truck, right?
Yeah, and then you look at what this does, because this isn't just outside the locker room type ordeal, right?
Okay.
He was betting on his own team, right? So that perception from his own teammates.
Yeah, I think there was games he didn't play in, but I'm still not betting on my team.
It doesn't matter.
You're right. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
We play in the game. If I'm playing in the game or not, I'm not betting on y'all, bro. You can't cheat the game.
You're putting the entire organization at risk in those situations. What if the NCAA came down and ruled against the entire team? Something like that. Like, you're putting your team at risk.
Yeah.
You're putting everybody's hard work at risk. I don't want someone that does that on my team.
Could I touch one more thing? So as far as forget all the gambling, but as far as talent, the guy can play. He can play. Over 600 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns. He's a dual threat. He's a good athlete with arm talent. He plays off schedule, so that's good in today's NFL. Over 2,800 yards passing, 27 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And if you know this guy, you remember him at Cincinnati. He played against our Pitt Panthers, and they were up big. He didn't lose the game, but Eli and them, they came back and beat. Pitt came back and beat Cincinnati. But if you look at the numbers, he done or threw for about 300 yards, and he was accurate like a sniper.
I was excited to see him play for Texas Tech because I feel like he would have went against some top level competitors. And I wanted to see what he did because some of the reports on him was that, yes, he plays really good against mid-level competition.
You can only play
but
against who they schedule, though, Ken. I get what you're saying,
but when he's facing those top tier teams, his play comes down significantly. So
Okay.
I was excited to see him play for Texas Tech because he's going to get that competition in a more pro style offense at Texas Tech, right? So that's what I wanted to see.
One thing I can tell you, though, I guarantee you he'd be more welcomed back to play for McCarthy than he would be Tomlin.
Yeah, I could agree with that for sure. For sure. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a break. And before we do, let me set the table for what we'll talk about coming back. We will finally get to those sorry Pittsburgh Pirates, and we'll continue to talk U.S. Open. And we might have a chance before the next break to get into some basketball. So New York. I was happy to see that they brought it home. So we'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll talk about all those topics and more when we return.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes. Each Saturday, we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with the Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip-hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions: weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
Oh, baby, I'd love to spend more time, but I got so many things to do. Oh, I got work to do. I gotta work, baby.
Yeah, we are back. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We normally end at 8 o'clock, but we have an extra hour because we're special. It's a special week. The U.S. Open is going down. My name is Kevin Cameron. Keith Platt is in the house. Yep. Ken Craig. Yo. And JT, James Taylor. We have a full house, and we've been having fun talking about all kind of topics. Mm-hmm. Stanley Cup, Jordan Stahl winning the Conn Smythe, Penguins, what they're going to do during the offseason. Should they continue to build with these young prospects? Talked about the Shinnecock Hills Golf Course, what it will present to these players, 156 of them. Still a roster moves. Talked about 6 weeks before training camp, going to Latrobe. Talked about the running backs group. We'll talk about a position group every week until the draft. And we talked about Phil Mickelson, what he's dealing with. So I mentioned all of that because you can go back and check out any portion of the show. Tell your friends, family, your enemies. It doesn't matter. Just share the information. We also talked about Brendan Sorsby, who was a betting dude that now wants to enter the NFL Supplemental Draft. And now we get to a team that has work to do. And I'm depressed. I had hope for this team. I should know better. Let the Pirates show you who they are before you think you know who they are.
They are who we thought they were.
Right now, the Pittsburgh Pirates, 36-37, under 500. I can't tell you the last time they've been under 500. Lost the last two.
Like this season?
Yeah, it's been some time.
Or you mean like
this season?
Okay.
This season. It's been some time.
I was like, I can name like 15 times they've been under 500. Okay.
Yeah, me too. But this season. Right. This season. So they lost the last two. They're 2-8 over their last 10. Right now, they're somewhere out west because the team that they're playing, they don't even have their own field.
Oakland.
Floating around somewhere out there playing in some type of, I think it's still a soccer field, if I'm not mistaken. So they're playing the Athletics. Just got blew out last night, 11-2. And on the mound, Jared Jones, who I had an opportunity to talk to after the last time he pitched, and he actually pitched fairly well, if I could remember the last time he was on the mound.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. But he didn't pitch well last night in that 11-2 rumping. Okay. Even though they had some defensive flaws, right? But Jared Jones went 4 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 home runs, fellas, in 75 pitches. And I had an opportunity to ask Pirates manager Don Kelly about Jared Jones the last time he pitched. So everybody watching and listening, we will take a look to what manager Don Kelly said the last time he pitched against the Dodgers. And the reason I want you all to watch this and hear this, because it's relevant to what happened last night, even though he won the previous outing. Okay? So here's the video and audio from the last time Jared Jones pitched. thoughts on Jared Jones's performance. What is the plan? The last few games, he's been pitching around 70 pitches per game. So what is the plan as far as the number of pitches, and what do you think about his performance?
Yeah, I thought he did great. I thought he threw the ball extremely well. Fastball was good. Slider I thought was maybe the best it's been all year. Change up, I don't think he threw as many today. It's hard to catch every pitch up on the board, but fastball was good, slider was good, and as we go, he's going to be capped. 5 and 80 was today max. That may vary a little bit here in the early going, but probably be pretty consistent right now.
Doesn't struck out at Tommy. Didn't struck out at Tommy. Reynolds dropped him a home run. Yet at the very end, he puts that game as close as he did. What's it like to face a guy who can be just as instrumental on the mound as he is at the plate?
You're not going to face too many guys like that. There's one, and it's ridiculous what he's able to do, and just the effortlessness to even the swing that Reynolds brought back, and then the last one in the 9th inning, it's just pure, and it's that's a hard part of the park to go at PNC, and it looked pretty effortless for him to get it out there. Anytime that he steps to the plate, it's like he's in scoring position just with as much power as he has.
Do you think that brought out the best in your team, though, like wanting to upstage him a little bit?
I don't know. I think we talk about it with the Dodgers, and I think that we've done a pretty good job because of who we played this year to prepare and go out and compete. Having played, I think that there always is a little bit extra that you get, but you don't want it to be big swings like that, because then you start trying to do too much and you walk the guy or you get outside the zone.
Okay, we can go ahead and cut that video right there. We heard enough. That was from the post-game interview, Don Kelly, for when the Pirates won 1 of 3 games against the Dodgers. But my point, what you need to know, and again, the reason I wanted that play, Don Kelly talked about Jared Jones having a cap. Okay, Jared Jones missed all of last year, came back this year off the 60-day disabled list, and was put right into the lineup. So Carmen Majewski was the odd man out. Bubba Chandler is also part of that starting rotation. And I thought they did Carmen Majewski dirty.
Well,
to be honest with you.
Well, you're Chandler's still in, though, right?
He's still in. Bubba Chandler's still in.
Right. So Majewski's out, but pitching better than Bubba Chandler.
Not necessarily, because he did a previous game. Okay. Now, Majewski pitched yesterday, and I understand. I need to tell the whole story. Let me go back. When Carmen Majewski was taken out of the starting rotation, they assigned them to the bullpen, where they feel that he provides them the best value for this team in the bullpen. Okay. And Majewski, he was feeling some kind of way. He was salty. Okay. He said, hold up now. I need a day off to think about this. So if I can remember, it was a Sunday. He took the day off, and they put him on some type of restrictive list. And he came back and he said, okay, I'm good. But there's some rumblings behind the scenes that he came back on his terms to a certain extent. So they met in the middle. And how did they meet in the middle? It sounds as though he said that you all just can't use me any kind of way. You all need to use me as a lone reliever. And a lone reliever is a pitcher that pitches multiple innings. He just didn't want to come back to a role where he would face limited batters. Right. And I'm talking about Carmen Majewski.
Yeah, that.
Okay. So, and that's why I asked about Jared Jones' pitches. And Don Kelly said, we're going to cap him. So if you go back and you take a look at Jared Jones' game log, he's been back 4 games so far. The last 3, he threw between 70 and 79 pitches. And who came in after him is Carmen Majinski. So last night, Carmen Majinski actually threw 75 pitches as well. Okay, so they're both pitching the same amount of pitches. Okay, and Carmen Majinski didn't have a good game either. Okay, 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 6 runs. Only one of them runs were earned runs. So the defense let them down. Also, Keith. Okay, only 2 strikeouts as well. So the Pirates have been playing bad defense, bad bullpen. Carmen Majinski was supposed to be part of the solution from a bullpen standpoint. They don't score runs the last 6 times, probably with Paul Skeens pitches.
That's a shame, man.
Okay. And I believe that the last 47 games that Paul Skeens pitched, the Pirates, you want to guess what their record is? Anybody?
I would say it's under 500.
I was going to say it's even. It's even. I'm gonna say
Pretty close. 23 and 24.
Okay, man.
Because remember, he won the Cy Young last year, and I think his record was win-loss record, I think, was like 10 and 10, if I'm not mistaken.
That ain't his fault.
And I mentioned earlier, JT, Paul Skeens, he's out of here, man. It'd be a miracle if he signs a second deal. It'd be a miracle.
And we went through that.
Do you trade him before he leaves?
Possibly.
Yeah, we went through that exercise on the show the past few weeks when we looked at, okay, the games he was pitching, how much run support was he getting?
Exactly.
Right? And it was grossly different than the run support that even in other games where, you know, 2 runs, 1 run when Paul Skeens is pitching, and then, you know, some of these other pitchers are getting Ashcraft getting 11 runs.
And they get popped.
Yeah, and I know it's not always controllable per se. A lot of times Skeens may be pitching against their top ace as well. So, you know, there's factors that go into it, but, you know, he's 6-6 right now, right? I mean, we should be expect to be winning whenever Skeens is on the hill.
I say at least 70% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Pirates should be winning with a Paul Skeens.
Yeah, man.
And
I mean, just off head, I can think of 2 games where I could say, okay, well, he lost these games this year.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. And then it comes down to luck. Sports is supposed to be about competition, right? You have internal competition, you have external competition. And internally, if someone is playing better than the peer, you play the better player. You should. A team like the Pirates should. Okay, I understand you have contract situations and other factors that come into play and everything, but if you're trying to win and you're the Pittsburgh Pirates, you need to put the best roster out there. And then when we talk about Don Kelly, I questioned him a couple times as well about some of these players getting days off. Okay.
Load management.
You're not in a position.
Ain't nobody getting no days off, man.
Well,
you don't deserve it.
And even days off,
nothing.
but back to the point about them capping pitching, right? And capping every pitcher, basically. I mean, Skeens hasn't gone past how many? 80? 85
and a half.
No. He went
to
hit
70.
100 a couple times, I believe.
But this last time out, he had 2 earned runs. Was against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And then the reliever came in and gave up 6
exactly.
the
You
next
give
inning.
up 2 runs in Major League Baseball, you're supposed to win.
You're supposed to win.
You're supposed to win.
Man.
It's a team sport.
He goes out in the 5th, and they give up 6 runs in the 6th.
So these other elements need to step up and support the way it's supposed to support. And if the players can't get it done, they need to be shipped out of town.
Yeah, I agree,
okay.
Man.
The bullpen, you can't
The owner.
you can't keep doing the starting pitching. Okay, if Bubba Chandler can't get it done, and I'm talking about on a consistent basis, he shouldn't be in there.
Right.
If Jared Jones can't get it done during this rehab stint on a continuous basis, he needs to be gone. With Jared Jones, if you need to send him back down to the minor leagues,
Do you think he should have been brought back in the bullpen as opposed to starting rotation?
I thought he should have been in the bullpen, to be honest.
That's
with
what
you.
I'm saying.
And Carmen Majinski was doing well at that particular time as a starting pitcher. So go with the momentum. I mean, you don't have the luxury to remove players that are doing well. Okay, you bring in Marcell Ozuna, $12 million, DH, and I've said this before. Okay, DH is supposed to be a hand-picked hitter.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a dog.
Yeah, hand-picked.
Slugger.
I want you to be my DH.
Yeah. He's batting, what, 100?
I mean, there's, one of the greatest players ever is Barry Bonds.
That's my guy.
There's no doubt in my mind Barry Bonds could get off his couch and do a better job than Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah, we need like a Paul Molitor at DH. I wish he was around in the Pirates.
Okay, now I mentioned
future Hall of Famer
and Mark he should be.
He should be.
He's especially in this day and time, right?
And I just wanted to go back to one point here. I'm sorry to cut you off. So Skeens has only gone 8 innings twice, right? So back to what we were talking about, and they've won both of those games.
See?
And when I was talking about the pitch count, I apologize about that. I meant allow him to go past 110 is what I was thinking in my mind, but I was thinking wrong.
Well, I mean, you hit 100.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen too often.
That doesn't happen too often anymore, but why not let him go?
Especially 110.
Yeah.
Especially 110.
And he's only got 109 one time, so he hasn't gone that deep into it. But he's only pitched 8 innings twice.
What I noticed, I just want to say one thing about the Pirates. Y'all can carry on. I watched a couple of games. I ain't really big on the Pirates because I go through this every year with people and I say, we going to see where they at around 4th of July. So I've been watching a couple of games, man, and what I notice is we need timely hitting and better pitching. We always leaving dudes on base, man.
Welcome to the show.
And I'm sick of it.
Welcome to the show, Keith.
I'm sick of it.
Welcome to the show.
That's why I don't watch them, man. They won't get no more airplay for a minute,
How
man.
many pitches did Ohtani throw on his game back when he came back against the Pirates? How many did they show? Did you?
Ohtani, I want to say he
go
had 7
or 8 innings.
He went pretty good. A number of innings. I want to say off the top of my head, 85. I could look it up here though.
And that was his first game back as a pitcher, right?
No.
No.
I think it was something like first time pitching in Pittsburgh. Yeah, but I think he had previous starts.
Way too many men on base, man.
But I'm saying for him to do what he does, to be batting like he does, hitting like he does, and pitching like he does, the Pirates need. I know it's a family show, so
I know.
But anyway,
be careful, JT. Be careful.
No, it's a family show, but the owner needs to pick it up, for real. Like, and you swore by their pitching,
starting pitching.
But they screwed that up.
Starting pitching. They did.
Trash.
They did. Let me see. The game I went to, was it a Thursday night? I'm looking it up now, JT, with Ohtani.
He went 6.2.
How many pitches?
It's a good question. It doesn't say here.
For whatever reason, in my mind, I have...
And Jones was the starter, right?
I have 85.
That sounds about right.
I'm about to be a Yankees fan. I don't care, Pittsburgh. I'm tired of this, man.
The Pirates won that game 9-8, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see.
They came back.
That was an excellent game. They did something that the Pirates haven't been doing all year. Ohtani, whoa. He actually pitched 102.
Wow.
He actually pitched 102, and that's the game Callahan had 2 home runs, one off of
102.
Ohtani.
And he hit a home run that day.
And he hit a home run in the 9th. He's a bad boy. But here's the deal. Looking at the Pirates roster, I had a question on the outline today, top 3 reasons for the Pirates' disappointing season. And I'm going to go bullpen.
Bullpen and bullpen.
I'm going to go defense. They need to play better defense.
And bats.
And I'm going to say inability to come from behind.
I thought they've done that a number of times.
No, they're come behind, and what I'm talking about, the sixth inning and after is horrendous. It's something like they're 3-25, something to that effect. That's not the actual number, but it's that
they've lost
it's that
it after
drastic.
the sixth inning.
Once they fall behind from the sixth inning and beyond, is a horrible record. Okay, so those are the top 3 reasons I have for the Pirates' disappointing season, and the top 3 players that I feel must go. Okay, number 1, I already mentioned his name, Marcell Ozuna, and I probably mispronounced it. I'm so upset right now. Marcell Ozuna, $12 million guy. You bring him in as your DH. He's batting like 193.
Trash.
He's horrible. I don't care if he hits a home run, tonight or whenever they play. I don't care. I mean, he needs to be consistent. And the Pirates, really, they've been juggling the lineup with different DHs as well. So that's kind of a hint that they're looking to move him, and they need to move him.
Yeah, they need to.
Okay. So he's one of the individuals that must go. Another person that I feel that need to go as well is Henry Davis.
His batting is just so bad.
Yeah, so
might be time, Henry.
So right now, Henry, he'll have an occasional home run, occasional hit. He's batting 135 right now.
OMG.
Okay, 135.
For a catcher, that's
just doesn't cut it. I like what I'm seeing.
Mike Piazza, where you at, man?
I like what I'm seeing out of Indy Rodriguez. Okay, he's batting 268 right now, and that's actually on my screen. I can't stand when you go into different screens, the automatic audio comes up. So who did I say? Ozuna must go.
Yeah, Henry Davis.
Tired of him. Henry Davis must go as well. I don't want to hear about how good he is defensively. And then, one of the reasons the Pirates put Henry Davis in the lineup because he's Paul Skeens' catcher.
Sure.
But when Paul Skeens leave, he's not going to have Henry Davis. That's the mindset I would have from a Pirate standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, you're not always going to have Henry Davis.
Well, and Henry Davis, that's big draft capital that we used with him. I mean, he was a top pick, right?
He was.
Yeah.
He was the number 1 draft pick if I'm not mistaken. And we need bullpen help. Okay? So
do we blow it up?
From a bullpen standpoint, you have to get rid of a player in the bullpen. Okay? And
go ahead. Can I ask a question? This is outside of what we're talking about right now, but Tyler Callahan obviously has been, he's been pretty hot, right? He had a 2 home run game. Is he worth keeping in the lineup?
If you're batting well, I'm going to ride you until you can't do it anymore.
Right.
Okay, and that's a player that didn't get it done in the minor leagues, but right now he's been hitting in the major leagues. Why does that happen? Who knows? But as long as he's hitting, I'm going to ride him.
Yeah.
So
what is he? A 300 right now? 301. No, that's wrong person. 296 right now. So yeah, ride it while it's hot. You know what I mean? And you have nothing to lose. I mean, even if you put him in even if you put him in replace of your DH just for a few, just to try it out, like, what do you have to lose at this point? Because you're not getting anything out of Ozuna, but, what is it? I think he was at, did you say 193?
193.
Yep.
193, which is just horrible. Now, from a bullpen standpoint, and I wanted to make sure I had this up in front of me also. You have Isaac Matson, Evan Sisk, Johan Ramirez, Mason Montgomery. We already talked about Carmen Mazinski, Brandon Biddles, Gregory Soto, who's pretty much the closer right now. If you want to say that we have a closer, it's hard to pick one of these guys as the third guy who must go. Right now, Mason Montgomery has a ERA of 4.33. Mason Montgomery. Evan Sisk right now, he's doing fairly well. His ERA is 1.80. Johan Ramirez, ERA 4.65. Ramirez.
Take your pick.
That's where we're at, right? We can go through every name, but take your pick at that point.
Yeah.
None of these names stand out.
Yeah.
None of these names are, maybe there's one or two, but one in there. But at the end of the day, you gotta move some pieces to get some pieces.
Yeah, I'm going with Brandon Biddles for the third guy. He's a guy that I felt good about because he just came over. He's the first Australian player for the Pirates, but this isn't a popularity contest. The Pirates need to be about winning, and those are my three guys that I'm saying they just need to go: Ozuna, Davis, and Biddles. Okay,
I'll give him a ride.
Yep.
All right, so as far as the Pirates, again, they're under 500, 36 and 37. And their next game right now, like I said, they are playing the Athletics
tonight.
And then they'll do something like win 6 out of 8.
9:40 p.m. tonight. Well, I hope they do, because right now, as I indicated also, they're dealing with some injuries. However,
because what's his name's injury? His went from 10 days to what? Didn't we just talk about that?
Yeah.
O'Neal Cruz.
O'Neal Cruz. That went to what? From a 10-day injury to 4 to 6 weeks or something?
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks.
And what about Connor?
He's still, I believe, on the 10-day DL, or not DL, IL.
He was throwing. I mean, he was at least throwing the other day.
Yeah.
We playing Oakland, right? We playing Oakland A's, right?
No, we playing Vegas.
No, I'm talking about baseball, the Pittsburgh Pirates. We're playing Oakland A's, right?
Yeah.
So, I guarantee you, man, you can pull Dennis Eckersley and Dave Stewart out of retirement, and we'll still lose the game.
I think we've spent too much time on the Pirates.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, Ken.
Yeah, man.
Especially when they make you depressed.
Yeah.
All right. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take a break. We're 10 minutes over the break anyway. And when we come back, we'll continue to talk the U.S. Open, and we'll talk basketball.
Yes.
We'll talk NBA. We'll talk about the New York Knicks getting it done after 53 years, as well as I'm going to save that part for the last segment. The last segment, we'll talk about the best five, and I can't wait to see Keith's list, the best 5 NBA players that didn't win a championship.
I got some players.
That's easy.
Yeah, and the WNBA as well.
I want to see their opinion. I can't wait to hear their
So we'll talk about all of that and more when we return.
We are going to be on the Royal Caribbean cruise line ship Icon of the Seas, November 7th through the 14th, 2026.
We got excellent dates because the dates that we got are not within their blackout date, which means that whatever current promotion is happening right now with Royal Caribbean, when you pay your deposit, that promotion will be applied. If it's 60% off the second person, there's one that's a drink credit because they run different promotions all the time. This is a large corporation, and we have all balcony rooms and we have ocean view rooms that are reserved just for DSEN listeners. Icon of the Seas, it has elevated adult-focused party and chill areas. It has an infinity pool where you sit in this infinity pool and you see views of the ocean. They have a day vibe where there's a DJ. They are a little bit of party without the chaos. So you're not going to get the hoopla party chaos, but you're still going to be entertained. They have the Aquadome. Those of us who are Pittsburgh born and raised, we remember when the Civic Arena used to open up the dome. Remember that?
Absolutely.
How amazing that! I saw Prince and they opened the dome. Well, they have something called an Aquadome on Icon of the Seas, and basically you sit in this theater type zone and they're doing acrobatics and night activities. You get views of the ocean and the sky and the stars and the moon, and it is just wonderful. They have water park at sea that has 6 water slides to it. And of course,
a floating city.
it is. It really is.
You're talking about a dome that opens.
Which is why they don't say decks. Instead, that what they have are different neighborhoods. Because it is. It's a rolling on the sea city. And we're going to stop at St. Martin and Phillipsburg. We're going to stop at St. Thomas. Those will be full days where we're there. So you can do excursions if you like to do excursions. And of course, there's the perfect day at Coco Cay, which is Royal Caribbean's private island. And we're going to have a special reserve section for DSEN listeners. It's going to be a wonderful time. While we're on the cruise, we're going to do some trivia. Of course, we'll have a welcome cocktail as well as a farewell dinner. It is not just limited to the radio listeners. Bring everybody. The deposit is $250 per person.
You can go to Pittsburgh's DSEN's website to find out all the good information about the cruise, Icon of the Seas. I even love the name. No, I love it. I'm a cruise fanatic. I'm ready to go home and start packing. So I'll see you ladies later.
Wow. I wonder why we're playing this song. Welcome back, everyone. And welcome back to Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We are talking Pittsburgh sports, major sports topics, major and hot sports topics, I should say. Our names are on the screen. For those of you on the radio side, we gave you the names previously. And it is time to talk some NBA basketball. Raise your hands if you had the New York Knicks winning the championship.
Are you kidding me, Kev? I thought you went with Wemby, bruh.
What did I say?
Or you said beating OKC?
I said I was rooting for the Knicks.
Okay.
With my heart.
Okay.
But with my head, I had San Antonio.
Okay.
So I'm a man of my word. You know, if I were back,
I give you that.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Who did you have, Keith?
I had OKC.
You had OKC.
Yeah. That's who I had.
OKC
in my
repeat,
uneducated guess for an NBA Finals, I had OKC.
Yeah.
I'm gonna elaborate on them a little bit later, though. But
no, they're out of the picture.
OKC.
We had all last week to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Knicks this week.
4 games to 1.
Yeah.
And the only reason that they lost that one game, somebody that shouldn't have been there was there, but that's a whole different story. But four games to 1, and they were pretty dominating in the playoffs, and they were actually 9-1 on the road in the playoffs. In addition to that, they had 3 of the 6 largest comebacks in NBA history.
Oh yeah, they played. Oh my gosh, they played from behind like 70% of the overall series.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it was more than that.
Yeah,
Cardiac
I actually
kids.
think it was more than that, but the number
Unbelievable,
I saw,
man.
yeah, it's
Unbelievable.
incredible.
Yeah.
You know what? All that comes down to coaching. The coach, anytime you have a 20-some point lead going into the fourth quarter, why in the world is Wembanyama sitting outside the three? He should be down low
Because he's been playing his game.
Yeah,
That's
but
what he's been
but
doing.
I'm saying, but the thing is, as physical as the play has been, you get him the ball down low. There's nobody that's going to.
Yeah, he's not your traditional center, though. I look at him as a stretch five.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but as big as he is, he's going to draw fouls.
I get what you're saying, though, yeah.
But you got to have the game. You got to have the game. He's a big guy. I still don't know if he's 7'4", 7'5", or 7'6". Every time I turn around, he's one of them. But but you can't ask somebody to do. You
shouldn't have to ask him. You should want to.
Well, you got to have it.
He wasn't as hungry. He wasn't as hungry.
You got to have it in your game. It's like this, JT.
I don't blame him.
It's like this, JT.
I don't blame him.
It's like this.
Dude, when I say coaching, though, I was coaching.
It's like this. When you go out and you play golf and you're 5 yards away from the hole, from the flag, and you're on a slope and you need to hit a flop shot, you shouldn't do it if you don't have it in your bag.
I understand,
right?
Yeah, but it's 7'6", and I don't care what anybody in this world tells you. It's 7'6". Late in the game, you need to be down low.
I thought he wore down too, though, because he was only playing like 28 minutes in a regular season, and they upped it in a postseason. And I think it fouled the Spurs out. I think it came back to haunt them. Besides the coaching.
And what do they say? In some cases, you live by the three, you die by the three.
Yeah.
In most cases.
Yeah.
Right. And that came.
What, game
that
4?
happened to them. That happened to them. But the Knicks, they were dying by the three in the first 3 quarters, but come the fourth quarter.
That's every game with them. Like Jalen Prince said, we don't come to play till a half an hour later.
So Wemby, come on, man. An elimination game. Play 38
at
minutes.
Home. Right.
At home. 19 points. 19 points?
If you notice during the playoffs, Kev, he would have a good game and then a so-so game. He never put together 2 back-to-back like dominant performances. If you paid attention.
Not only he started out the game with 5 blocks?
Yeah.
And what did he end up with? 6?
5. He ended up with 5.
Yeah, you got to just do it.
But
growing pains.
You just can't look at game 5 as well, right? Because in game 4, from a Wemby standpoint, he missed 2 critical foul shots.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, and you know what? You got to be within character too. Okay. And I thought this series that he was playing dirty.
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. He got away with a lot. A matter of fact, a lot of players got away with a lot.
I kind of liked it, but they should have caught more fouls, but they got to let them play.
Now, okay, you can play hard and physical without playing dirty.
Right.
And I think he was playing dirty, grabbing people by the head, shoving them to the ground, stepping in Brunson's area when he was shooting a 3.
Yeah.
You know, that's and then after all that, and I think it was planned, the Spurs walked off the court
like the Pistons
without even shaking hands.
I'm not really mad at them about that because I understand the passion.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
That might have been me, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's over.
I'm not crazy about sports, man. I have shook their hand.
I have a sincere question about that because whenever the other team is cheering and they are all like hyped about it in the middle of the court and families are running out and all that stuff. Is there someone that's like that gets the team like in hockey, right?
Get them in line up. I know what you talking about,
But is there someone that's responsible for that?
That's the coaches. That's the coach's responsibility.
Yeah, because the coaches went over and shook hands.
Well, there was a couple players that played together.
It was planned. You could tell how they all walked off, like you said, JT, just like the Pistons did back in the day, which was totally wrong.
But who's the only Piston that stayed?
Who was?
And shook Michael Jordan's hand.
Rick Mahorn.
No, not Vinnie Johnson, but the
Adrian Dantley.
No, the other guard that Always D.
Joe Dumars.
Joe Dumars.
Yeah, he's a
Joe
stand-up
Jordan,
guy.
all the respect in the world. Even though Isaiah and them walked off, Joe Dumars.
That's why that sportsmanship award is named after him.
You
He's
better
a class
believe
guy.
it.
Yup.
Yeah,
And I blame that all on the coaches.
I just thought that was horrible. You know, when someone beats you, the competition is over. It's over. Shake hands. You lost. Better luck next time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I was just very disappointed to see that. And I'm a Wemby fan. If you all heard me all year, you know, I like Wemby, but it's just like, you know, other people you like and love, they don't always do the things that you prefer for them to do. And I think in this situation here, they were just totally wrong, man. They were, I mean, I just can't say it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, let me tell y'all about these New York Knicks real fast, man. You got to shout out Jalen Brunson. 32 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He's an ultimate overachiever. First player since Michael Jordan to score 15 points in the fourth quarter, 45 points in a closeout game. The Knicks, largest points per game differential in NBA playoff history, 14.9. They won 15 of their final 16 games. Overcame double-digit deficits 4 times in the NBA Finals. 9 straight road playoff wins, the most since the 1995 Rockets with Clyde the Glide and them. Best defensive team in the playoffs. And check this out, y'all. With the NBA draft coming next week, I think who benefited the most is Darius Acuff Jr. from Jalen Brunson's heroics, because now you can win an NBA title with a short point guard.
6'1".
Isaiah Thomas did it, but nobody else done it since then. So you look at the draft, Darius Acuff is the guard that I think that can lead a team, and it's because of Jalen Brunson's heroics, and he's showing you why.
Cool. Now
I like it, and I just pulled up these numbers really quick. To your point, not really to your point, but Game 3, they I know they lost in Game 3, but they played from behind 37.4 minutes of the game. Okay, Game 4, 46.6. They played from behind. They were only ahead 0.9. Okay, Game 5, 40.4 minutes, and they played from ahead 4.6. So 72% of the entire series, they trailed.
But check this out. And I said it when I sent this in last week. And I mean, I became a Jalen Brunson fan. But at the same time, Jalen Brunson could have hurt that team. I mean, was hurting that team a lot in the first half of games.
Yeah.
Holding the ball too long, because a lot of times when he got the ball out of his hands, there was only 5 or 6 seconds left on the shot clock. So there was no really good shot selection. And the way the defense was from the Spurs, they were all up in them. Okay? It's not until the second half when he started penetrating more.
Right.
When guys were like, okay, now is when he starts making shots, when they were clamoring on him, where he got rid of the ball. And the biggest, to me, the X factor in the first few games the first 2 games they won was Shamet.
Landry Shamet, he was on a heater. He was on a heater.
Let me tell you something.
Ooh, that boy was hotter than fish grease.
If you looked at him in the street, you would say, "No, that dude ain't no NBA." Like no, he was in the second half. He was lighting the Spurs up.
I think outside of. He did JT, but I would go with OG before.
I'm saying
ultimate glue guy.
Yeah, but without Shaman, I don't care if you had OG.
OG and Noble.
Yeah,
if you don't have him,
some clutch, he had some timely 3-pointers.
Listen,
in crucial moments, a lot of during the playoffs.
Yes, he did.
There was one point, man, where he was about 14 out of 16 from 3-point range.
Dude,
scorching hot.
He shot. And the thing is, he shot probably 50% better than he did in San Antonio than he did in New York.
Yeah.
The whole team, basically.
And then to go back to that Game 4 as well with OG. That tipping.
Man.
That was crazy.
Somebody was supposed to block him out.
Exactly.
Dylan Harper,
exactly.
But
I still think he should have dunked that. I still think he should have tip dunked it.
It was one situation, I forget who got to the basket and made a hoop. It might have been Porter, maybe, but Josh Hart didn't box out on one crucial play down the line at the end of the game as well. Right. So I mean, boxing out, I saw that on both sides where they should have done it and they didn't do it.
And one more thing.
Fox disappeared.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
You know Jalen Brunson, though, I've been a fan since Villanova. The kid's been winning since high school. He got championships at every level. I seen this at Villanova with Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart and them, man. I seen it. Now I see it in the NBA. This dude's a certified winner. He's an overachiever, and I love it. I've been a big fan of Jalen Brunson for years, if you know me, man. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. Big time.
I think JT brought this up. De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah, he got to go.
He has to go. Did he cost San Antonio
He's
the
part
series?
of it. I'm not saying he cost it. He's part of it, bro.
Okay.
He's part of it. You didn't hold the ball. You got to just hold the ball.
Well, they say
went for the layup.
This doesn't drive me crazy, but it's 2026. I guess this is the way things go down with the social media and everything, removing a team. He removed San Antonio from what they're saying
that's
from his social media.
What you expect? Yeah, 2 more weeks, man. He might go in the office and say he still want to play there, but I would still get rid of him.
Okay. But what about Giannis? Giannis, there's rumors out there.
Giannis is going to the Miami Heat. You heard it here first, man. The Heat got the 13th pick and the 41st pick. They're going to shop something, and he's going to Miami. I'm
here in Boston also. The Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
My thing is, and I have this problem all the time.
Well, but can Jaylen Brown, can he be okay in Boston?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he just crashed out this season, man. I think it was just a lot of patience.
The way he was acting was like he wanted to leave.
He crashed out, bro.
My thing is, I'm sorry, and this is just, I've been like this and Ken, I've been like this why are you going to trade a superstar to a team in your own conference?
Yeah.
That's going to also make you
regret it.
Because you're going to be, what did I say about that?
Play him 4 times.
Yeah, I'm saying because now you've traded him to somebody that you still can't beat.
Right. Well, it's all about the in conference or in division premium that they have to pay, right?
Yeah.
Like if you trade a player in division, you're paying a premium to get that player in division.
I don't like it, but that's what's being rumored.
Yeah. Like Luka, why would you trade him to the Lakers?
And Brunson got a ring before him, and he led the NBA in scoring. Go figure, man.
That's not a good case.
I was regretting that.
JT.
I just thought
right now.
I'm just saying you traded him for Anthony Davis.
Who had the better year?
You traded him for Anthony Davis.
Where did Dallas end
up?
Won
at home. At the crib.
Where did the Lakers
already
end up?
in Jamaica?
Where did the Lakers end up?
We made it to the second round.
Who had the better season?
Yeah.
The Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying though is why, as Dallas, Anthony Davis is soft as light bulb material, right?
I just think he have a lot of freakish injuries, but that's another story.
But he has them every single year.
Let me ask you this real quick, y'all. Okay, now you said that about Anthony Davis. Can y'all tell me the time? Did you ever see an NBA player get poked in the eye 4 times in a darn season? It never happened to LeBron, never happened to Marbury, Melo. He get poked in the eye on fluky stuff, man.
LeBron, you couldn't tell because he always thinks he gets poked. He always acts. But I mean,
Keith, I'm not sure what's going on with your mic. It sounds like you're in a tunnel.
But just think of this. If you have Luka.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
If you have Luka, Kyrie, Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
I'm saying, well, that's why them dudes are gone. That's why but I'm saying, think about that. And now, I'm just saying, dude, can you believe that?
Let's get back to Jaylen Brown real quick.
Jalen Brunson or Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown, Boston.
Okay.
Is he okay in Boston?
I hope so. I would keep him.
I don't think he's okay.
I
don't think he's okay.
I think that tandem.
I think he's like a AJ Brown with the Eagles.
Don't say that.
I do.
I think they put too much on him.
I don't think he wants to be there.
He was cooking. Jason debated. He was cooking for a minute.
I don't think he wants to be there, fellas. Is what I'm saying. So we'll find out what's going to happen. Yeah. The draft again is next week.
Yup.
So that is actually June 23rd,
Tuesday and Wednesday,
through the 24th, and we'll talk more about those prospects next week.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about real quick Keith, if you have a list, top 4 teams to win the NBA in 2027, who do you like?
I got OKC at number 1. I think the only reason why we lost because my man J Dub was hurt and AJ Mitchell was hurt. But shout out to the Knicks.
I keep hearing a lot of wheeze from you. I'm just throwing it out there.
Lakers and OKC. I'm a big.
How can you be both?
I'm a big SGA
how can you be both?
And I'm LeBron.
Especially
LeBron at the tail end of his career.
We're supposed to be unbiased here.
Okay.
I hear a lot of wheeze.
So OKC, the Knicks could repeat. The Spurs.
Give me 2 on both sides.
Okay, the Knicks in Boston, OKC and the Spurs, and the dark horse is Miami if they get Giannis.
I can't disagree with that. What about Denver though?
Denver.
I think they shot their.
They need another player. They never made up for the loss of Michael Porter Jr. Cam Johnson's good. Shout out to him. He's from Pittsburgh, but I think they lack that juice. You know what I'm saying? And they liked them defenders, man. When they had Bruce Brown and them dudes was hawking. They need some defenders.
Now, what about Detroit in the East?
They need a second scorer. If I'm them, I'm adding Devin Booker. You need a second scorer. If I'm Detroit, I'm trying to get Devin Booker. You need a second scorer.
Because I think once Cunningham went out with that injury, that killed their flow.
Yeah, they played together, but who could get you 20 on every night besides him? You can't stop Duncan Robinson, not Jalen Doran.
And Cleveland, you don't like Cleveland?
Nah, I don't.
Even if they get LeBron back?
No, I look at Spider Mitchell as an undersized guard, and he's never going to get there, man. That's just my opinion.
All right, cool. All right, so we're right at our last break for
what about Minnesota?
For the day.
They should
Minnesota too, but they're going to have to add somewhere along the way as well.
But what did they do? They got rid of him to a different conference. That's you know what I'm saying?
All right. So when we come back from break, we will continue to talk about U.S. Open. We'll let you know who our favorites and sleepers are. So we're putting them together. Also, I got you, Key. We will talk about the best 5 NBA players that didn't win a championship. We'll do that first. And then we'll talk U.S. Open favorites, sleepers, the last 10 U.S. Open champions, and we'll let you know which one we feel has the best opportunity to win again. We'll talk WNBA and anything else that we need to talk from a U.S. Open standpoint. We'll do all that and more when we return.
Pittsburgh. It's an old school party. Yes. Each Saturday, we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes. Check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with The Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
Keep your head to the sky. Keep your head to the sky. Keep your head as long as you keep your head to the sky.
Yeah. Be optimistic. I'm not sure how much I could be optimistic when it comes to our Pittsburgh Pirates, but as our guy, my guy anyway, Jesse Jackson used to say, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. So I'm going to keep hope alive when it comes to our Pittsburgh Pirates. But we need some help. All right, so we are back. This is Soul Tape on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We are going until 9 o'clock today because we have a special show because of the U.S. Open men's golf tournament. But before we get back to the U.S. Open, we need to continue to talk about basketball. Our names are on the screen on YouTube, on the radio side, our names should be on our website, but we've been telling you our names throughout the show. So we'll go ahead and resume. Best 5 NBA players that didn't win a championship, Keith. You want to go, or you want to throw it over to somebody else?
I want to go first because I want to hear them.
Oh, wait. You naming all 5, or are we going around?
No, I'm going to just name 5.
No. Let's go around. Let's go around.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's go around. Give us one.
Give your top dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
We might all have the same top dude.
Yeah, we do.
My first player is Allen Iverson.
Thank you. That's my first player.
He would be your number one?
Yeah, Allen Iverson is my number one.
Yes.
That's just my opinion. Allen Iverson.
All right.
Ken?
Karl Malone.
That's your number one.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. He's on my list.
So one was Keith and JT.
Allen Iverson, without a doubt.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were picking somebody else.
And well, I didn't let you know who my number one is. By hands down, I think Charles Barkley.
Wow, he's on my list.
He's number one.
Yeah, that's
Charles Barkley, 11-time All-Star, 1993 MVP, averaged 22.1.
All right, we good with all that.
Points
Barkley's
a game.
Good.
Yeah,
Close to 12 rebounds for his career.
My favorite player.
Hey, I did a lot of research, JT, so I'm going to say
I'll
what
tell
I
you what,
say.
he had a better chance with the team he had than Iverson had with the team he had.
Lost to Michael Jordan and the Bulls in the 1993 NBA Finals. And what it didn't say, he was probably the best player on the court for the Dream Team.
I like that.
But go ahead, number 2.
Steve Nash.
Ooh, okay.
Who you got, Ken?
Patrick Ewing.
Okay. JT.
I had Charles Barkley as my number 2.
Okay. Yep. About you, Kev?
Number 2, I have Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Okay.
My number 3 was Karl Malone.
Oh, number 3 out of this list, huh? I'm just going different from everybody else. I'm just letting you know that. All right. Man. Dominic Wilkins.
Ooh.
Wow.
That was a good one.
The human highlight film.
JT?
Reggie Miller.
Interesting. Okay. I went with Ewing, Patrick Ewing, for number 3.
Okay. My number 4 was Charles Barkley.
Okay.
Yeah, John Stockton.
Okay.
My number 4 was really a human highlight. Sean Kemp.
The Rain Man.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
I haven't heard that name in so long.
All right, this was a hard choice. I went with Karl Malone for number 4. Number 5.
Way too
So
low.
my number 5, T-Mac, Tracy McGrady.
Yep.
Beefs.
Yep. Man. Yeah, I know it's already been named, but Steve Nash for sure.
Okay.
My number 5 is who I patterned my game after when I used to hoop. Loved watching him. Was the Iceman George Gervin.
Ooh, man, he was smooth, boy.
Dude, he took the finger roll to a whole nother level.
Played with Jordan in his early years, too. People
Yes,
don't know
he
that.
did. Yes, he
unless you're a
did.
big-time hoop fan.
All right, my number 5, Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor averaged
Triple-double.
27.4 points, 13.5 rebounds for his career. Reached 8 NBA finals, okay, and retired early in the 1971-72 season before the Lakers won the championship.
Elgin Baylor like 6'5", right? Wasn't he a small forward shooting guard?
Made it to
6'6",
8
6'5".
finals.
Okay.
Losing 7 of them to Bill Russell's Celtics.
Oh, my God.
How tall was he?
I don't know.
Elgin Baylor?
Let me look it up real quick.
I think he was 6'5".
6'6"? I thought
But-
Elgin Baylor was
6'6".
6'6".
Yeah, I think so.
And I had
Okay, any honorable mentions?
Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
Vince Carter.
Damn, I got somebody else who took my
Alonzo
guy.
Mourning.
Gary the Glove Payton.
Oh yeah, Alonzo Mourning.
Phil got rings.
Yeah,
Phil got
I was
rings.
gonna say. I
he
thought
got rings with Shaq. Remember, he was the backup center when they beat Dallas.
Miami.
He was the backup center when they beat Dallas.
When Miami beat Dallas?
Yeah, remember Dwayne Wade went crazy?
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive. Look it up. He was the backup center.
I don't
I thought Alonzo
Look
had
at the
a
06
ring.
roster. So got a ring, bruh. He got a ring.
Elgin Baylor was 6'5".
Yeah.
I'll look it up real quick.
He got it in
JT.
2006.
Yeah, he got a ring. That was my squad, bro. I'm a big Alonzo Mourning fan.
What did they used to call
Georgetown.
Wade Flash?
Yeah, Wade County Flash.
I think he has like two, right?
Who?
Morning.
Nah, he has
Alonzo,
one.
I think he
Is it
got
just
one.
one?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
only got one. He left after that year, I think.
I thought he
Or
got
like 2
sick.
years later.
I thought he got. What year
That was
did
in
he
New
get
Jersey.
sick?
Yeah, he had the what was that, like leukemia or something?
Yeah, he had that.
He had that operation. Yeah, that was in New Jersey.
It
was some, it was some type of transplant or something.
Was his liver?
I forgot. It might have been his liver.
I think it was his liver.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was big on TV. I remember that.
I thought
that was New Jersey days.
It was a kidney transplant.
Yeah, kidney transplant. I knew it was something, yup.
Because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Zoe might be one of the best defensive centers
Game
ever.
6 clincher. In a decisive Game 6, he provided 8.6 rebounds and 5 block
See what I'm
shots.
saying?
Yeah, out of
Zoe
nowhere.
a baller, man.
I thought Zoe didn't have a ring for some
he
reason.
got a ring. I remember that because I like that team. They had Antoine Walker, White Chocolate, Jason
2006.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
2006.
We're way
Grand
past
Hill.
that, Kev. Yeah.
Grand Hill.
Yeah, he's
Grand
another
Hill.
one.
Carmelo Anthony.
I thought about all them.
Okay,
dudes.
you know what?
Okay.
I thought about all them.
Grant Hill, for as much hype as he had, and he was a team
What
guy.
about Chris Paul?
Yeah.
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 You talk about triple double? Westbrook.
Yeah.
That dude.
No, Westbrook's a gamer. He's still playing too.
And Kevin Johnson.
Okay, but again, we
Barkley.
said those were the honorable mentions. So we just went through our individual list of the best 5 NBA players. Real quick, Keith, before we get to golf.
Okay.
Let's talk WNBA. I understand.
Monologue.
The New York Liberty won like 7 in a row. Going into the what cup is that? The Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, they already clinched a spot in the title game. More than likely, they'll probably be playing Vegas. Vegas leads the West. They just lost last night, but they have the tiebreaker over the Minnesota Lynx. So check out the Las Vegas Aces. Like I said,
they're always in it.
Yeah, they won 6 out of their last 7. And check this out: they became the first team in WNBA history to score at least 100 points on 50% or better shooting in 3 straight games. They were led by the point guard Chelsea Gray. She's been hotter than Fitz Grease, shooting a career high 44% from 3-point range and averaging 13 points per game. And also for that team, Asia Wilson. She became the fastest player in league history to reach 6,000 points, passing Diana Taurasi. One last thing for the WNBA.
She's averaging what?
She's became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 6,000 points, passing Diana Taurasi.
And she's actually leading the league right now with points per game,
Yeah, the highest point per game average
25.6. And I'll tell you what, Kelsey Plum is right behind her.
Kelsey Plum's a dog.
Yeah, 25 points.
That's her former teammate.
Yeah,
They had
25 points a game.
Yeah, and also Indiana Fever. I want to shout out them, man, the ballers, Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. They recently became the first WNBA teammates in history to post dual 30-point double-doubles. Caitlin Clark, 32 and 10. Leah Boston, 34 points, 12 rebounds, and a win over Chicago, man. Them girls are
I don't
good.
think she gets enough credit either.
Leah Boston?
Yeah.
No, she do a lot of dirty work. I used to think she was soft. She's not soft.
Well,
You know
look
what
where
I mean?
she came from. She's hard as nails.
But I seen a couple girls bully her, though.
There's no doubt,
bully her.
Keith, that Asia Wilson is the best WNBA basketball player playing.
Of all time.
Not of all time. I still got to give it to Cynthia Cooper, bro. And I'm going to tell you why.
I'll tell you what.
I'ma
Asia
tell you
Wilson.
why.
Well, answer my question first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, right now, Asia Wilson.
Right now, Asia Wilson.
But all
Okay.
time, I still give it to Cynthia Cooper because Asia Wilson has to win 4 in a row. Cynthia Cooper won 4 in a row and was 4.
But the talent was the same. But the talent wasn't the same.
You can say that. You can say that about every league.
Yeah,
you can say that about every league.
4 Finals MVPs. Think about that. 4.
That's fine.
Not one. That's 4, bro.
But I
Asia got 3.
understand.
She needs one more, bro.
And she'll get it. Trust me, she'll get it. But I'm saying,
put her there up there.
Asia Wilson's just and against the talent nowadays.
Yeah.
They didn't have the same. They didn't have as many teams.
No, they didn't. But it was still some talent, though. Ruthie Bone, Holyfield.
But I'm saying,
it was loaded, bro.
These women
Lisa
nowadays,
Leslie, Rebecca Lobo, they're more athletic.
Yeah, they're very athletic.
Do you like the Commissioner's Cup both in the NBA and WNBA?
I really don't, but I love
I
basketball, so I tap in. I love basketball, so I'll tap in. But I really don't like it, bro.
Okay.
But, they get money, so kudos to them.
Okay.
And they deserve it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk U.S. Open before we close out the show. Let's talk about who the favorites are, who the sleepers are, and go over this top 10 list of the last 10 U.S. Open champions and talk about if any of them have an opportunity to win this week. So, Ken, I'll start with you. Your favorites.
Oh, my favorite. I got to cheer for him again because it's his backyard. Cam Young.
Cam Young. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. JT?
Well, to me, it comes down to, in this day and age with the U.S. Open, is you got to avoid the rough, so you need straight hitters. And the big thing is putting. And I think that's where Colin Morikawa will be this year's U.S. Open champion. He hits the ball straight.
He is. He's consistently straight. That'd be a huge win for him. He needs a big win on his resume.
I think he has one major, doesn't he?
Keith, your thoughts?
I'm going with the favorites, man. It's either going to be Rory McIlroy or the Scheffler guy. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rory has won this year.
The Masters.
Yeah. Scheffler has been struggling.
I
shouldn't even say struggling, but he's been below.
He's struggling.
He's struggling, JT.
He has. I mean, you think about it. He hasn't even. What was the one record he had? The top 10. He's been in the top 10 for so many. I mean, he's been out of the top 10. He's been 30th, 40th. I mean, he's struggling. And I think what's going to hurt him in this is the way he hits the ball when he comes out of his feet, when he comes out of his shoes, basically, when he tees off. And that's been his problem lately. He's been going right or left. And he's been finding the bunkers a lot too, man. It's like he's that club away from sticking it, And I think he had a big issue with his caddy too. A couple of tournaments ago, was it the PGA where he had a problem with his caddy? So, caddies play. People don't realize how big. Caddies are out there at 5:30 in the morning, walking these courses, seeing where the pin placements are, checking out the undulation of where the pins are.
No, well, pro caddy is way different than your.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
I know, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying they're way more in depth than like a caddy we would have at a club, right?
Oh, without a doubt.
They are actually like fine tuning and keeping track of everything, and it's a team out there that when they're going up for a putt, when they're going for a 160 in, like they're truly acting as a team out there.
And if you get like a caddy, when we go somewhere that you have to use a caddy, a lot of them, they keep their mouth closed till you tell them that you ask them something. So, but these guys, like I said, man, these guys are walking these courses. They're seeing every angle of where to come in from shots, different things like that. But you have to have somebody because when Ken showed me the rough earlier, dude, the rough is this high off the ground.
Yeah, it's wide.
Okay, so this is who I'm going with. There hasn't been a back-to-back champion since.
Are you going with JJ Spawn?
2017 or 2018. JJ's, JT likes the kill.
I'm saying that's the only back-to-back.
Well, you gotta let me tease a little bit.
But what you
and instead of telling everybody who I'm picking,
I'm guessing
JJ Spawn.
But
who won last year.
But I'll tell you who else.
And there hasn't been a back-to-back champion since 2017, 2018.
You know who else this course sets up nice for? And he just came back not too long ago, but Xander Schauffele. I think he may be somebody to contend with as well.
Who?
That was your boy, Xander Schauffele.
Yeah. I like him also. All right. So who are the sleepers?
Alex Rye.
Man, it's a tough one. Yeah. Who's the guy that was it? Alex Smalley? He went off a couple weeks ago.
You talking about Alex Rye?
Maybe.
All right. While you're thinking about it, I'm going with Robert McIntyre. Okay, who was the runner-up last year? Okay, Keith, you have one?
No, I'm sticking with Scheffler or McElroy.
Okay, your favorite.
That is not an underdog. I'm gonna guess.
I'm still learning the players.
Gary Woodland.
Gary
Woodland. Okay.
I swear I was about to say it.
He's been hitting the ball.
I tell you what, after that brain surgery,
that's an amazing story.
I tell you, dude, and he's been up there. He's won a couple times, but I mean, on the big stage, I like. Isn't he the one who beat Phil Mickelson in the U.S. Open years ago?
I'd have to go back and look.
I think it was in the U.S. Open. I want to say it was Woodland, or was it Jordan Spieth beat? I thought it was Gary when Phil Mickelson collapsed. I thought it was. I thought it was Gary Woodland.
I'm not sure.
All right, you could look it up, but while you're looking that up, we'll go over the top, or the last 10, I should say, men's U.S. Open champions. And I'll start from 2016 and go to 2025. And the one in 20, golf is something else, man, because you could be hot, and then before you know it, you could be out of sight, out of mind.
And I miss this. I miss seeing this player out on the course.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of him so much.
And he went through some issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm happy he's overcome them. I am.
Definitely.
But I do miss seeing him out on the course. I'll say that.
Yeah. 2016 champion Dustin Johnson, who's also married to
Wayne Gretzky's
daughter.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And then there was the back winner, Brooks Koepka, 2017, 2018.
And then Gary Woodland won the 2019.
2019, as JT just said. 2020, Bryson DeChambeau. 2021, John Rahm, who's currently on the LIV Tour, that's about to go defunct. 2022, Matt Fitzpatrick. 2023, you talked about him, Wyndham Clark. 2024, Bryson DeChambeau. That's his second in 10 years. Did anyone pick him as a favorite?
Nope.
And then J.J. Spawn last year. So I picked J.J. Spawn off this list.
The one thing about Bryson DeChambeau is his length off the tee, where he could avoid a lot of that rough, or what do you want to call it, fescue, or that's the one thing where he holds a big advantage. But at the same time, you still have to stay in the fairway.
And you picked Gary Woodland as your favorite, right?
No. Long shot.
Long shot. Okay, so he's on the list.
Yeah, I picked Cam Young as my favorite to win.
You got it. But Gary Woodland is part of the list. Did you pick anyone from this list, JT?
I picked Morikawa to win it.
Okay, so you didn't even pick anyone from this list. They wouldn't be a sleeper. So out of this list, who would you say you would like?
Oh, without a doubt, Gary Woodland.
Gary Woodland. Okay, got it.
And Morikawa, just when we talked about it, he won the PGA Championship in 2020, and 2021 he won the Open Championship.
Excellent. All right, so we need to close this thing down. We have probably about 5 minutes, so that's great timing for this special version of Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN, so we don't have to rush through it, but we do just need to take a minute. Keith?
Final thoughts. NBA draft is next week, next Tuesday and Wednesday, which is 1 week from today, y'all. So I got an NBA draft sleeper. He's a combo guard out of Stanford. He's very bright. Ibuka Okori, 6'1" waterbug guard, one of the best slashing guards in this draft class. He's best at manipulating defenders, making floaters, and he does not turn the ball over. He's a big-time offensive machine. That's evident to his 40 points he scored against Georgia Tech, 23 points a game, a lot of 30-point games, 46% shooter from the floor. NBA comp, Kemba Walker like a little bit of Bobby Jackson. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. Enjoy, y'all. Pittsburgh DSEN. Let's go.
Let's go. Ken.
Whoa, can't follow that up. You asked me a question earlier, and I owe you an answer. Gavin McKenna's coming out of Penn State. He's going to be the #1 overall draft pick in the NHL draft. He's going to go to Toronto. My comp for him, Jack Hughes of the New Jersey Devils, but long-term comp, Patrick Kane.
Ooh.
But yep. So I just wanted, as I say at the end of every one of these episodes, first, thank you for everyone who's listening. If you've listened live, thank you for joining live and taking time out of your day. If you've gone back and listened, we appreciate you. Most importantly, it is really important to me that I just communicate navigating the autism advocacy space and that journey. It's only successful when you have resources and when you have people to connect with. Parents are struggling out there. Family members are struggling. There are people out there for you. Reach out to us here at Pittsburgh's DSEN, and we will make sure to get you in the right place for local resources and knowledge for you.
Thanks, Ken. JT.
Well, I'm going to take this moment and reflect on something that's really dear to my heart. And last week I wasn't here. June 9th, last week, I dealt with the third year of my father being gone. June 9th, I was on the golf course, South Park, when I got the news that my father passed away. And for those that know me and know my relationship with my father, that know me and know my relationship with my sons, I got it honestly from my dad. And I don't think there's enough dads in this world that get enough, I don't think they get enough credit for what they do. I mean, we always hear about the bad things that dads don't do, but for the ones that have, had the chance to have the father like I had, that he was the father, he was the dad, he was the pops, he was, everybody, he took in children, 26 foster children, and adopted 5 of them in his 70s and beyond. So, when there's a father out there that deserves it, please give this man credit. There's nothing in the world I've loved more in my life than raising my sons and now being a part of my grandsons' lives. James, Reggie, and Brandon, you've made me the happiest dad in the world. I love that I don't have to talk to you through a glass or collect call. Keep doing your thing. You keep doing your thing. You grow, and I'm just proud of you. And there's nothing more than I am proud of to call myself your dad, your father, your pops. I love you guys to death. And just like I say it every week, take time out to call your loved ones, especially the older ones. They don't always get the calls, or they don't have the people that, just turn to them and just spend time with them. And it doesn't take a minute. It doesn't take an hour. It takes a split second to just greet someone, smile at someone, give someone a hug, just say hi, because you might change their day because you never know what they're going through. God bless. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
All right. Just a few announcements before closing things down. If you like to travel, and if you're a regular listener of our show, you should be aware of this. We are taking a cruise, Pittsburgh's DSEN, in the Eastern Caribbean, November 7th through the 14th. So come and travel with us. Go to our website for more details. Also, stay updated with what's going on with Pittsburgh's DSEN from a programming standpoint this week, we will have a special schedule for Juneteenth as well as Father's Day. So we'll have a special schedule as well as announcements. Also, tune in to our radio stream at pghDSEN.com if you're not there already. If you're on YouTube, even if you listen to this recording, go to the website and check out the best of soulful music that will be on after our show until midnight. And I'm wishing all the fathers happy Father's Day on Sunday, and everyone happy Juneteenth. And thanks for listening to Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN, and come back and join us next Tuesday. Everyone, please be blessed.
God bless.